Hello guys, welcome to the Imaxit YouTube channel. I'm your host JD. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. Hopefully my mic is working very well. Let me know. Mic check 1 2 3 inside the chat. Alright, so if you're a member, massive respect to you lot. And how to become a member, please do click the join button. YouTube will help you along the way. So as you saw by the title, Inactivity and Injuries, how impactful those are going to be on Hallgrimsson's selection and also the overall result for the Jamaica Reggae Boyz versus Usmnt coming up the 22nd of March. So that is the day, the 22nd of March, and we are at 19th of February. We know a few persons that are out, which is most of our key players: Ethan Pinnock, Shamar, Nicholson, and Demarai Gray. How much more will be added on that, and how Mr. Hallgrimsson would have to try and navigate in order to get the best out of this Jamaican team, and how much faith you have in the Jamaica team if it gets depleted, how much pressure we put on Mr. Hallgrimsson if he picks certain players. All of that we're going to be talking about, and we need to do a slight promo right here for Cavaliers taking on Cincinnati. That is also important as well, because maybe some of those players can represent Jamaica on both sides, because you have Alvas Powell and you have the Christopher Ainsworth and all of those guys. So it's a good conversation that we can have. So I'm going to start with bigging up the people in first, and then we get to the chopping up. All right, so we saw 1 second, let me try and get everyone information on the screen so I can give them the bless up. All right, so we have Lansley Blake, Father Pastor in the house, Chris Smith in the house, massive respect, Float Management in the house, thanks for being here, Warren Webster in the house, Jason Guna in the house. All right, said the mic sound proper. Okay, all right, so for the calling part, people, for the calling part, we have not started it as yet. I bought 3 of the cards instead of 1. I bought 3 just to make sure nothing goes wrong. The first one that I put in seems to be giving me an extra sound, so I guess I have to figure that out. I will have to pull one more just to make sure it's not, before I pull down every single thing. All right, so I'm still in some technician stage of fixing, but the calling, yes, so just give me a little time with that. Warren Webster, big up yourself. Father Bling, big up yourself. DNA Sport, big up yourself. My brother Jason Ferran, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Father Bling. Francis, how you doing, man? All right, my sound like Stone Love. All right, yeah, well, it's going to be sounding like something else bigger than Stone Love very soon. Just give me a little time for me to finish my big sound back again. All right, we pumped, load and clear. All right, and then we have Mike in the building. Massive respect. So let me just give people the information that might have just passed through. All right, yes, so let me flick over here easy so we can give people this information, because I think it's nice. And we have to keep on helping as much as we can, because everybody that can play for Jamaica, I do believe that my job is to make sure I publicize them as big as possible, so they can reach places, so it can help out Jamaica in the end. So anyways, Cavaliers sits at the top of the JPL. All right, yes, top of the JPL. We always say that Mr. Speed, he uses young players and stuff, and Mount Pleasant has as much money as possible. So anytime any team is above them, that is very good. So Mr. Speed is at the top of the Premier League in Jamaica, and right after this, in a couple of days time, he's going to be taking on Cincinnati. Cincinnati is one of the MLS teams and heavy favorites. They said it's a 5-1 starting favorites. I think it's bigger than that. I think it's more like a 20-1. Regardless if Cavaliers playing at home, it's still a 20-1. All right, yes, odds. So what I have here is Mr. Speed contacted me, and he's saying that he has 4 tickets to give away. All right, so 4 tickets to give away. All right, yes, so obviously for today's program and tomorrow's program, I think I have to find some ways how to give away 2. So if you're interested in it, I'm going to put a number here, or you leave your comment No, contact me on the socials. Contact me on the socials to tell me if you want it, because I have to get back in contact with Mr. Spade. And maybe I would add even 2 or 4 more tickets to it to make 8 tickets so we can get more people inside there. Yes, but he said 4 tickets will be given away. Yes, I think... Yeah, so 2 for this one. So 2 for this one. So I will add 2 more on it. So if people interested in it and truly want to go there, all right. And I'm gonna hold it to it, you know. So if you take my tickets, like what most people do, you have to send me a picture in the damn stadium of the ticket, the person in the stadium as well. So we don't want people that are just trying to mash up and live off these things. We want people that genuinely go there to fill the stadium because we want the team to have some support behind them. All right, so Mr. Spade said 2 tickets for two for Jamaica, but we will add 2 more on it if we get that amount of persons interested in it, and 2 for inside Cincinnati. So people that might be in America would have the opportunity to get 2 tickets. So at least you know that you could, if you want to go to the game, 2 tickets would be available for you. So get in contact if you're interested in it. So I'm going to run it between today's program and tomorrow's program. So it will be the 23rd. The first game will be the 23rd. That's inside Jamaica, which it's a 22nd. It's a 22nd, but the 23rd for me. So in 2 days time, 3 days time, this will come up. So make yourself prepared for it, and let me know in the comment section and also on my socials if you're interested in it, and we can make it work out for you. All right, so go out and support a Jamaican team that has possible Jamaicans that can make the national team, which is always important. All right, yes, so big up to Mr. Speed, continue doing a good job, and we are here to support as well. So I am putting my money up to support a few more people going there, but as I've said, you're not gonna scam me. You have to show that you're in the damn stadium. All right, yes, because we don't want people to hold up the ticket and don't go to the games. All right, we want people that can go to the games to support the kids them, and maybe Mr. Speed as well, but support the kids them, because you might not like Mr. Speed, so it's perfectly all right for that. Just support the youths them, because that's what we are always here for. And you guys always said I am the one bad mind in the youths them, so I don't know why I am the one that first always supporting the youths them. So show me that you want to support the youth them. Contact me, and then we try. And if more people contact me, I'm gonna buy more tickets as well. So Mr. Speed only accounted for 2, and I will buy the rest as well for people to go there. All right, yes. So take me up on my word and go there, all right, and support the guys them, and you will see a MLS club as well, so you will know the levels of where the Jamaica team is ranked to the MLS team. All right, and if you want to put it in perspective of maybe the Jamaica national team, well, you will know, say, most of the MLS players can't make the USA team, and some of our players them on these Jamaican local teams can make the national team, so you can see the standard. Any calculation you want to pull out, it's always important to go there so you can get more data, so we can have a conversation. So Mr. Spade and Cavaliers, keep on doing a great job, because you're leading in the Premier League, which is good, and also you have a big match coming up. And if they do win this overall program, this would have brought in similar money to what the national team can bring in. So if you can support our local team, and if we are good as what we always describe ourselves to be, and we go on and win this competition, Mr. Speed would be insanely rich, and Jamaica football will be getting an overall, because Mr. Speed would have valued close to a couple billion. What was it? I think around 2 billion to win this competition. 2 billion Jamaican dollars. If they can win this competition, that would be astronomical funding for Jamaica, the entire Jamaican football, not just Mr. Speed, the entire Jamaica football. So if you can go there and support them, and if they are good as what we tend to say, that we have good players that can compete with England players, them, we should be going to win these damn competitions. So go and support them, give them the love, show them the respect, and cheer them on. And believe me, we don't have to. If they have so much funding, the JFF don't need money again, because now the players are going to be properly developed with 2 billion, all right, in 1 year. So that is more money than what any FIFA competition gives you. That's how highly these club competitions are, you know, people. So go there and sing out your throat tool and try and help them out. Because when I'm checking the money that they are going to be winning, I'm saying, damn. So you're telling me that club football pays so much more than FIFA in this region? Wow, damn. All right, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. 80 football, massive respect, my brother. Yeah, man, thanks, man. You can pass through. We always have conversations, man. Don't worry yourself. Martin, big up yourself. A Jamaican friend wants to bet me that Jamaica is making it to the group stage. Should I bet him? Group stage of what? Group stage of what? Let me know. Speed and his... Kalinquest, come on. Let me motivate the guys a little bit. Alright? Stop with the war. Every day he come with the war. Triple E, big up yourself. Warren Webster said true word. Brian Burke in the building. Markland, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Jamaican Guna, big up yourself. JD, please don't mention Alvas Powell. I have not mentioned anything but the guy would be featuring. And you can't tell me. So how can I mention Cavaliers players then? Christopher Ainsworth. But I can't mention Alvas Powell that is playing at a higher level. These are the things that I'm talking about here. Derek G, how you doing, man? Hope all is well. Yeah, man. So that is for Cavaliers. We will promo it over 2 days. See if we can get some people to take the tickets and go to the games them. All right? Yes. I revise. Big up yourself. You never end up watching Bob Marley? No. I've never. I have not gone there as yet because I had to go to Netherlands. I had some business, some emergency ones. All right, so I will still get it done. It's not a big deal, big boss. I will go there next day. You saw my picture. I was promoting Bob Marley before the movie came out. So I'm still in the loop to take a next week to go there. All right, yes. So anyways, that is the big one right there for Cavaliers. All right, and we might do a watch along for it. You know, we might do a watch along for it, people. We might do a watch along for it. I think it deserves a watch along, even though I'm gonna be choked up with a lot of games. All right, but we might do a watch along. All right, yes. JD, it is going to sound like Stargraph with okay. Big up yourself, John Powell. How are you guys doing? As you come in, guys, remember it's morning, and you hit the like button. That's how much notifications do send out on YouTube. Thanks for the subscription, guys. Massive respect, but we are still 600 away from getting to 10,000. So stop disrespecting this channel. You guys say you want to support Jamaica, but for some reason I have 300 videos over the next channel, and I'm at 14,000 and 13,800. And I promise you, the next video, next watch along I do is going to go to 14,000. So why is it takes 1 month to get 600 subscribers? That shouldn't take so long when we are doing so much work over here. So we need to support the program. Obviously, I am satisfied with maybe 10, 20, 30 subscribers per day, but we need to get 600. So you're going to get it going and get it up. Show that you want Jamaican content, all right? Or else I'm going to fire myself and hire myself over Imaxit and don't come back, all right? Yes, so you guys can find the new emerging superstar sensations in the Jamaican space, all right? Yes. Kevin, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Wish Cavaliers all the best. Yeah, man. And what up, man? My American virgin, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Yeah, man. So let me move on now from Big Bad Cavaliers. We will revisit it tomorrow, much more stronger, and maybe can tell you who we gave the tickets and such too. All right. So remember to contact us on our socials or my phone number, and I can arrange it from Mr. Speed or pay for it myself some way. Yes, but whatever I've done, I'm going to produce it to the fan base, because the fan base is my what you would call it now, people that holds me accountable. Yes. By the way, JD, the player that you should watch for Cincinnati is Bobenza. Okay. All right. We will be watching him. I think we're going to be watching all of them. Alvas, Stuart Flemo, and others are the worst footballers ever to play the sport. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Kalinquest. Damien Dash, big up yourself. Powell can replace Pinnock. I have not even talked about that Damien Dash. We are going to get into it. Don't worry yourself. All right. So let me move over since Damien Dash want to push my show past where you know, yes. So let me not pay Damien Dash any mind. Yes, Coach, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Alright, Warren Webster in the building. Yeah, man. So, anyways, this is when the date coming up for the MLS will be on the 22nd. The 22nd, my time. So the 21st, you guys' time. The MLS will actually start. But remember, the match for us, for United States, will be on the 22nd as well. The 21st as well. The 21st. So 4 weeks. 4 weeks. Less than... Yeah, 4 weeks. Put 4 weeks. 4 weeks. These guys have the MLS version of our players have to get fit to get into that game. For USL will not start until March the 20 March the 9th. So they have 1 week. 1 week. So by the time when you should be sending out papers for them, to come to make themselves available, that's when their league will be starting. So that is inactivity right there. Inactivity right there from the USL side. So who are we talking about from the USL side? Amari'i Williams, that might come in handy. He will come from the USL side. A lot of people say they wanted Maggie and the other guys, them there from the USL side. And from the MLS side, which most of the United States team doesn't come from, they are going to still have max 3 weeks, I would say, to get themselves prepared. And then now we have to apply the rest of the injuries that we have at this point. Who we have on our list for injuries: Ethan Pinnock. So far, we heard that DJ had a knock. We heard that John Russell had a knock. We heard that Hector at the back had carried a knock. And then we have the suspensions of Shamar Nicholson, and we have the suspension of Demarai Gray. All right, so that is leading up to a lot of players actually injured or suspended, and then we have a load of players inactive and below the level of the players them that we are going to come up against, because majority of them will be coming from Europe as it relates to the United States team. So what we want to start with first is how much inactivity and injuries will affect the selection from Mr. Hallgrimsson. And what should we be expecting as well? Because we have to ask those questions. All right? We have to start ask those questions, because I don't want it to come down to the time and then Mr. Hallgrimsson picks a few man from the JPL and then we start kill him. Because, for instance, if he picks King because baby King busy working with him in his system rather than picking someone new or someone inactive, then I think people will cuss him. That is true. But would he not have a point to do so? Just asking people. I am not working for anybody. I don't want to say me sell out or anything. I'm just trying to be rational right here in my thoughts. So what say you? As in, and for instance, you have Kaim Paris's. They are playing little games, but the league might not be high enough. You have Stuart just changed. He's not playing any football, so that the striker pool dropped drastic. Cadamarteri is injured. Don't know if he's going to come back. When he's going to come back, they're saying that he has a knee injury right there. So he's the next one that added to the injury list. One of the sensations that we are talking about. He is injured now. So what if they decide that they're going to go for Kaim Dixon or Whisper to come in? You understand me? A lot of people will be upset, but how much players we truly have to choose from? Because every single minute people getting injured. And remember, we don't even mention Mikel Antonio just coming back from injury, so we don't know which condition he's going to be in 4 weeks. And Kasey Palmer is an injury prone player as well, so we don't know which condition he's going to be in. So if we go down that line, pretty much we only have inactive players. We just have inactive players. We just have inactive players to choose from, to be honest. Because most of the players them that are that are the players that we want to expect. They are carrying an injury or they are suspended at this point. All right, yes. So just want to make you know what's up at this point, so we don't jump to conclusion when we see Mr. Hallgrimsson pick certain players. Even though we might be sad in our feelings, it might not be the wrong decision making from him, because if a man can't run and because he's playing in the MLS, I am going to choose him. You get me? Because remember, last year, Damian Lowe started off on the bench. It took an injury and a red card for Damian Lowe to touch the field and play consistently, and then they changed their system to a 3 to facilitate him in it. So who tell you that Philadelphia is going to start back with a back 3? They might go back with a back 2, and that will mean that they are not going to prefer him over the others. All right, so he could start off slow again. All right, so a lot of things can still go into the play. So even some of the inactive players, they might not even get up to the right speed that we wanted. So with all of that said, are we still confident? And should the priority be we have to go out and beat United States, or we should just turn up and give it our all? Let me know. All right. Ari5 said all Jamaican key players are injured or suspended. We are doomed. I wouldn't say that, but I'm just asking you because we always say that we're better than everybody, but I just know that is just a tongue-in-cheek type thing. But I want to know what you guys truly believe. All right, because even yesterday, let me go back to even Amari Bell yesterday. I want to say that he was the one that cost his team the entire game, to be honest, because he literally gave away a goal because of and he came back, but he's not on what I would say the English Premier League is criminal, so it doesn't give you any time to settle in. All right, yes, and he's coming back from an injury. He has some bad games and he has some good games, so it's just bad or good. You don't have any in between games. So even Amari Bell is not fully into it as well. So obviously the Concacaf region is not as strong as the Premier League. But the team that we're playing is as close to the Premier League as possible because of the levels of their players. Dwayne Thomas, big up yourself, man. Thanks for being here. Massive, massive respect. Gilly Gunner said Damian Lowe is the first man on the team sheet. Gilly Gunner, that is not true. All right, and these are the first man on the team sheet for Jamaica. That's what you're talking about, not Philadelphia Union. Because remember, I was talking about Philadelphia Union. All right, and if he's not fit, Damian Lowe can't be the first person on the team sheet for Jamaica. We have to be honest to ourselves. All right, yes, he can't be the first person on the team sheet. The first person on the team sheet would have to be Andre Blake, knowing that we're going up against a team that is better than us. All right. Yes, and it shows that I'm not a biased person. Bell is an overseas born player, and I'm telling you that his performance is not good because he cost his team. But he played good games, Gilly Gunner. So stop going over the top. You saw your two comments them kind of show up who you are as an individual. Damian Lowe is the first player on a team sheet for Jamaica, which is Ballocks. Bell always give away a game. The amount of game I've seen Damian Lowe plays, and he gives away. Damian Lowe gives away more games than save more games at a lower level. At a lower level of football than Amari Bell plays. So stop lying to people. And this is where you guys paint me as a hater of local players, because I have the facts and I don't like people coming here and selling lies. All right, yes. So Gilly Gunner, go and baptize yourself and come back to the real, genuine, authentic Reggae Boyz chat. All right. Yes. These injuries and suspensions might be an opportunity for someone to step up and show that they belong in the 23. That's what I'm saying. But the problem is, you have to understand, Boston, our fan base don't really accept certain things so easily. Because if the man see, like how he said he saw a player playing for MBU and he's impressed with the player, if he goes and take that player and put in the national team, it's going to be a war. You understand me? So that's why my program is always sold to keep you updated as to what's going on with the player's condition, player's performance, and maybe kind of close you into what the coach would say select. So if a new player is on the block, you're going to know about him because of me. So when he's in the national team, it don't come as a surprise. You understand me? Well, this time I think a lot of people will be in the national team by a surprise because we don't know what the coach will do, because he's going into games that we might not 100% know about and stuff, and he's the one taking his analytics, not necessarily worldwide games, you know. So we have to trust in him and see what he brings, to be honest. All right, Stephen, how you doing, man? Big up. We should pick our best 11 and take it to USA. But okay, all right. Honestly, otherwise, from the goal bell, had a okay game to me. It seemed like he's struggling for fitness, based on what I saw still, you know? Yes. King to replace Pinnock. I have not said that, you know. I've not said that, you know. I just give you a situation. I've never said that. I've just given you a situation, big boss, because I'm saying maybe. Look, we have Wizarding. Clearly, Wizarding is better than King. We all know that Wizarding is having a better season, maybe more than most of our centre backs them. Obviously, people say that he had a one goal the other day, but that was just one game. That means you have not watched the rest of the tournament or the rest of the season. All right, yes. So I've realized this coach. He doesn't like to bring in people. He likes to go with his education. So because he has King there, he might go and choose King over Wizarding, even though one is the significantly better player. You know, but because he would say that maybe Wizarding will come in late and don't know his system, so maybe he has to choose him. You understand me? So I'm just putting that out there. I am not saying that is the situation, people. I'm just putting it out there. So please don't go and leave this video and say that I said that the coach will be picking Wizarding over King over Wizarding. I've never said that. All right, and I know Jamaican Guna never said that as well. But people that not comprehending and not listening, I'm just saying that we are going to have to make some big decisions, because it's in 2 weeks' time we have to be sending out notifications on players. All right, which is 2 weeks. So if a man is injured in 2 weeks, more likely you have to put some little other people beside that person, like an asterisk beside that person's name, and then move on. All right, so if he comes back, but you have to put someone in place of that person. All right, you have to put someone in place of that person. All right, yes. So that's what I'm saying. So it's going to make Mr. Hallgrimsson's job very, very hard, people. It's very, very hard. All right, that's all I'm telling you. It's going to make his job very, very hard. Guys, please do hit the like button, share, and subscribe. We came up to the half an hour mark. So what we're going to do, we're going to open the discard, because we don't have the call-in as yet. But give me a little time. I will produce the call-in for you. All right. Yes. So you can freely come in, give your take as to what we're speaking on. All right. Yes. I can't, you come here and they just ask me about the dog died or drowning. I can't answer those questions. All right, yes, because I never prepared for them. All right, yes, so just bear with me a little bit. So let me try to pin this. Yes. Jason, you're looking at football just like myself, so you should decide if he plays a complex system for yourself. I'm not going to answer that. All right, yes. So you decide. King can't replace Pinnock. King is Jamaica's worst centre back in the world. All right, Jesus God. All right. So, anyways, people, just let we stop warning, man. Let we reason. I have a lot of things right here now. I wanted sane, rational reasoning. So please let we have it right here, people. Over that time, Pastor. Danica Knight, I said to you, don't talk to me until you have the jersey. And you have not bought the jersey and sent to me. I texted you, and you don't answer me. So clearly you don't want to buy the jersey. You asked me if I'm going to buy my jersey. I said yes when you do buy yours. And now you're arguing with me about 80. So we live on other teams. Well, Danica, Jamaica was not even good enough to reach where 80 reached. All right, and then now you're gonna say that I'm bad minding Jamaica again, but it's just the facts I've just said, you know. So, well, Jamaica was not good enough to reach 80's level. And if you're gonna say it's because our players never played, well, 80 main players them never played either. All right, yes. So I have excuse to give you to match it up. And 80 dominated the games. Jamaica never dominated none of the games them that they never won, Danica. So let we leave off that and let we stop fight at the country and focus on our country. Jesus God. CFA's team had a tough game yesterday, conceded 3 goals before half time. Alright. Yes. Big up yourself, Gary Powell. Thanks for being here. Determine how you doing, man. Massive respect. Alright, yes. With all these injuries, what's your expectation for the game? Alright, so when I'm looking at the team, I'm saying that I wanted to build a best 11, which I'm going to do it at some point. At this point, and then keep on updating you as to who is available. Alright. No, Gilly Gunner, I've given low is props. But I also watch and keep statistical datas. And it always go the way that I've damn said it. Alright? So simple means the stats never lie to you. Alright? Yes. And Low is not the best centre back at Philadelphia Union. Alright? And not even Philadelphia Union thinks like that. So I'm just saying if they go with a 2, they are not going to prefer him over the next 2 that they had. That's all I'm saying based on what I've seen last year, and I'm not going to argue with you. You know why? Because the only facts I have is the one that supported my claim. So I can't come back to Jamaica, cancel out the rest of the world, put Jamaica alone for the rest of the world, and then make up that story to run it. I've talked about that 2 days ago, and I'm not going to let you lead me down that road. Alright, so we have Jamaican Guna in the building. Big up yourself, Jamaican Guna. And big up yourself, Art Love. Massive respect. Jeremy and Miller. Yeah, man. Colin Quest. And we have Pastor here. Jamaican Guna, go ahead. And then Pastor can chip in. the man them love start war, you know, man. The man say, me show. Me give low in props. So how much more props more I give him? The man said he is the best centre back. Well, just Gilly Gunner. Well, I've watched the football and I can't believe you. Alright? Because not even the club believe you. Alright? Yes. But obviously people in Jamaica will believe you, but I won't. Yeah, go ahead, Jamaican Gunner.
Bless up JD. Big up to all of the panelists, man. Big up to the people that I said. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Anyway, I call it I really have to put from so what a style. I think Jamaica for this USA match, Jamaica was a serious problem. I think a lot of people are overlooking. We're either suffering from players being injured or from we have a nobody can name the 4 forwards them that we should call. I don't know who is gonna. Antonio played yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So he started as well. That's a good sign. So let's hope that he maintains his health for the US. Shamar will be out based on card accumulation. Demarai Gray will be out because of the same. So that is 2 of our players from the front line being out. We only have 2 top strikers in Jamaica's side and some other man to make up numbers. So
Bossy. Please don't say it like that. When see some other man to make up numbers. Jesus God.
Yeah, man, seriously, we have 2 top strikers in our team. We are going to kid yourself. We have 2 top strikers in our side. USA for the longest while had 0 top strikers in their side. So you know what I mean? It's not something like it's not weird to say that. USA for the longest while had 0 top strikers on the side. They must have good midfielders, good wingers. You know, them never really have no strong centre half like the top centre half either. You know, maybe 1. So you know we can be honest. Jamaica have 2 top strikers on our side, and some other
Cadamarteri is injured as well. Do you know the young sensation where we talk about? So you add him to the injury list as well.
Right, he could have been one of the options that we have, but no, he's not gonna get called up. So we have a problem there. We only have 1 top striker now. And we have to hope and pray that he's not out. Because if he's out, we have a serious problem up front because we don't have that amount of strikers. That is one. Two, who is going to replace Demarai Gray on the wing, on the left side of the wing? Usually, the coach would remove or change up the formation and then that play Shamar out there. He's out, so he's not going to be there to be the utility player on that side. Who is going to come in? Who is going to offer quality on that side? Either I'm going to shift out Bobby Reid out there, or Bailey or one of them, man. We do not have a playmaking midfielder. The closest thing we have to that is Kasey Palmer, and I'm hearing that he's also injured.
No, he's coming back from injury, but he's an injury-prone player. We have to be honest. If it's Kasey Palmer, we're going to rely on to play. Yes, and believe me, based on his record, you rarely get games out of Kasey Palmer. So I'm just hoping that he can stay fit. But John Russell,
something that we like, but him, as I say, him injury prone. So we have a problem in our
John Russell, Daniel Johnson, Hector, they're all carrying injuries. So add them to it as well.
So we have a creative midfield problem, right?
Yeah, Maggie can come in now. Maggie can come in. Remember, so we really think that Maggie is ready now. So maybe Maggie would, if there's guys not ready, Maggie can get a opportunity.
Okay. So does Maggie offer a similar quality of
Big Boss, that may Travis say, we always say we have a big pool. As what the man said, we have a big pool. Grimmy said we have a big pool. So man of listen to me, man. People made us a reason, we just give one of the facts. And then we just tell you, and I say we try see who and who can come in if they're not available. I never said I want him in there, but you never tell me I'm better than the other man than before. So why we are going with shot now? When I say Maggie, why you not go like me? Me shouldn't say that. In Jamaica Guna, why them act like me shouldn't say that? Them never said the man better before.
I'm an average supporter of the ball, but he's disappointed me tremendously in terms of what he has done. Next thing up, so let's look at it now objectively. So we're having problems at our best defender is out. Yeah, Pinnock is out. So we have to replace Pinnock. I think we may have coverage there. I think we may have Darren Moore or one of them man they have got called in to come replace him. I think we may have coverage there in the centre half because I think I think that is one of our deepest part of our of the pool. We have pretty good centre halves. We have Low there. So who is going to be beside them? We have Shon Bernard. So we have depth in the centre half positions. I think our weaknesses is obviously in the midfield. We're coming up against a US team, who their strongest part I think is in the midfield. So it's gonna be a headache. So I'm not optimistic about the game based on what is going on in terms of form and injuries with our team. Hopefully by the time it comes around it will look a little better, hopefully. But we're heavily depleted in the forward line especially.
Neil said one second. Neil said wait until the coach. No, Neil, remember this is just live update. I don't know how long these guys are going to be injured. They could be next week back and stuff because Cadamarteri is a young kid. So sometimes they can get injured and because they are so young they just blow back in 2 weeks time and get fit back again. But I have to produce it to the people. I can't tell them that the player is so astronomically good. He's going to be back fully fit.
Don't discuss it until match day. Then that's the reasoning.
No, but then why me I make videos? It's people. I remember my videos are to alert you as to what's going on.
Are you going to talk about it now that it's happening now? And
yes, no. But remember, so Neil Robertson. So let's tell Neil. Jamaican good. I'm going to tell Neil say that we have today. So we have added to the people is suspended and also we know that will be out and how bad it will look. So when the time comes and Mr. Hallgrimsson to pick him team.
I'm trying to figure out that sometimes I'm black and slow, bro. So sometimes I want to find out what's the reason behind it. If you're not supposed to give an update as to where the squad is at now, when you're gonna do it. When match day or after the match? When you're gonna do it? We are updating now. We know where the player them there, and we know say all right. I just we there now. It can change tomorrow. It can change next week. But I
Yes,
just we
yes,
there
yes,
now.
yes, yes,
You
yes.
know, last week Michael Antonio was out. This week he's back. So it updates as we progress. So as we pull closer and closer to the date of destiny. Then we will update as we go along. But as things stand right now, we're not looking pretty in the forward line, especially. And the midfield is we have a weak midfield, bro. We don't have any banging midfielders where we can say, yes, this is the man who can rest the hopes of the engine pan.
Remember, we
Because
have
the car have the wheel pan
so
it and the car have and the
yeah,
car have
but
tin pan it and the car have
But Jamaican Kuna, remember, say we have Latibody here that can play defensive center. No, but I just wanted to make Neil know that remember, it's an update we had, so it has to be. And remember, these are things that I don't have to rely on Jamaica national team to tell me that Ethan Pinnock is injured. I don't need to rely on him and Daniel Johnson or nobody. I don't have to rely on nobody in Jamaica to give me information because they're playing publicly. So just as how I got the Cadamarteri on my phone, yes, and sometimes people will give me the information as well on the players them. So we just add them back in and let you the fan base because that's what you pay me for to give you accurate information. So I'm just giving you as it is today. Yes, so that's because maybe Neil was just asking why we don't just wait, you know? Yeah, but it makes no sense to wait because if he's injured, if they are injured, I have to come and say they are injured and what kind of thing that the guy have to be doing, you know? Is that he has to check up on people and then they have to give him commitment to say yes, we are going to be ready for that time. The last time Amari'i, they put him on the list because obviously he gave them the commitment to say that he's going to be ready. He was not ready even when they finish the tournament and start again. You see Jamaican go now? So that means that it's good for we to put it out there so the people the fan base can stop say, oh, why you put on Amari'i on the bookings but he never make it none at all. It's a waste of space, that one person. You understand me? But no, several of those people we have. You know, so we have to put it out there, so we can't blame Mr. Hallgrimsson.
Our depleted squad, my father. We have to talk about these things. We have a depleted squad, and we're coming up against one of the best teams, if not the best team in the whole Concacaf region. So it's not like we have a look on it and say we're coming up against a side where the injury of the players, you know, is less significant. So we are in a situation right now where we are depleted heavily in the forward line, and we don't have a strong midfield. And we're coming up against a team that I think are the best midfield in Concacaf. So so that is a serious issue that we're coming up against at this current time, where we don't have a creative midfielder. People are having problems with Latibody playing CDM, and you know. Obviously, sometimes I think he's been used as a scapegoat, in my opinion. I think people are using him as a scapegoat because I've seen people forward in a worse performance than him. I mean, I hear them
because that is the conversation I'm going to ask you. Is it that Latibody is so bad, or we truly don't know the function of that specific player and role? And how much we should blame the coach? Okay. That's what I want to ask.
And statistically speaking, I think he has more good games than bad games for Jamaica. That's just my opinion.
All right.
But maybe we can reconsider and look at somebody else. But who is better? Who is better than him that's going to come in and do a better job than him? Are we going to utilize? We know that we don't have Ethan Pinnock in the center half position. Are we going to put on the low in the CDM and put two other Shon Bernard and Hector, one of them, and they run at the center half? What are going to be the plans? So these are things we have access now. We have Bell at left back and we still have Gregory at left back. So we still have decent left back. So we're good there. So our issue, I think, is in the midfield and in the forward line. So with that being said, I would like to hear from the other panelists.
Okay, no problem. Let me just go through the comments first. We have he meant Nanalo. That's what he meant. He just said Nanalo because it's the father of the player. You guys know that. Guru says it's too early to speculate who will be out, who will be back from injury. No, we never said. That's why we said this is just a keep up and 1 second, Jamaica. Go on. It says
Me
inactivity. All right. Me not gonna give them a year time and war about what name. Yeah. So the program mark inactivity. So the guys them coming back on a set date. USL not playing. These are factual things, so we know that they are not active. So that is a factual conversation. We know that USL will be back a week and a couple of days before the actual game. That's a fact. The MLS players them will be coming back 4 weeks before the actual start of this game. That's a fact as well so far. And then the ones them that are injured, Ethan Pinnock, we know he's not coming back. We know that Demarai and Shamar Nicholson can't play. So those are all facts. All right. The other guys them are just side order that we talked about that has the injury now. But that if those guys carry on to the next month, that would have been make it significant of a depleted squad. But with what we're talking about that we sure of, it's already depleted so far. So those ones that we're talking about, the added side order would make it exceptionally depleted. Yes. All right. So go ahead. Pastor and then Jamaica. Our Jason Gune, go ahead and then Pastor can come in.
Yeah, big up to everybody on the chat. Big up JD. Big up the panel. Morning everybody. So yeah, I had asked a question in the chat. Can everybody hear me?
We're hearing you well. I think
All right,
so
cool.
because it's coming through the system and I think they are hearing you. Yeah, go ahead. Go
All
ahead.
right, cool. Yeah, so I had asked a question in the chat about the complexity of Hallgrimsson's system. And the reason why I was asking that question is, we have seen, I hear the narrative a lot of times when squads are coming up to be picked that, it's about continuity, he's not going to really bring in any new players, things of that nature. But sometimes, out of necessity, coaches have to do things that maybe they wouldn't do normally, right? And the reason why I say that is, we are trying to figure out what would be the best set of players to replace who needs to be replaced, whether it's injuries or suspensions. And I think when we're having this conversation, we are, I think we're eliminating players that because we don't think that the coach will want to introduce new players. But I think we're forgetting something. When the coach was hired to come and coach Jamaica, he was asked many times what his ultimate goal is. And I don't think he has changed it yet. It is to make the World Cup, right? And I don't want to diminish the matches that we have in the Nations League coming up or the Copa America. But we have to remember what the overall goal is. So my question would be, one, is the coach's system so complex that a player playing professionally can't come in and help out a situation if we're in need? And we're not relying on players that he has maybe used in the past that, as you said, JD, will cause a war if they're picked. I can only go back to before the Gold Cup when Demarai was coming. There were some people that were saying, boy, we're happy that we're getting him, but, it's going to take him some time to get used to the team. Well, how did that work out? Did Demarai need any time to bed into the team? And he figured out this complex Hallgrimsson system in one game. So I think we overplay this whole, he's not going to bring new players in. If he has to bring new players in, he's going to bring new players in. Because we have seen that new players can come in and fit into his system and play well. We saw an 18-year-old midfielder come in. Yes, it was against, a smaller Concacaf opposition. But he came in and his cameo, everybody's raving about Karai Anderson, right? Kasey Palmer got a beating for his games in Jamaica. I don't understand how. Because if you look at him play the game and you look at his stats, he was great in those games that he played. Yes, he had some mishandles of the ball, but that's going to happen on that pitch because you remember the state of the pitch when he played those games. You remember what happened? Yes, so all of those things factored in. But I think we don't need to overplay this no new players thing. The coach is gonna. We have the Nations League, we have Copa America, we have the early part of the qualifiers with a couple of games in June. If the end goal is the World Cup, they didn't know the time to bring in players that he might not have seen before if they are playing at a level where I think they could get the information fast enough to play and assimilate to the team. So I don't know how everybody else feel about that, but that's how I feel about that.
All right. So pretty much what you're saying, the end goal is for the bless up everyone that's coming in. Before I even go back to that, Mr. Speed sent us a message that he has 2 tickets for Cincinnati in Jamaica and 2 tickets for them overseas as well to give away. I'm going to be promoting it over 2 days. I've said if more people turn up in Jamaica wants to go to the game, I will buy a few more tickets and add to the numbers so you can go there and support them. That is Cavaliers and also technically Jamaica potential players as well because they're eligible to play for Jamaica. All right, yes, I will do a next promo for it tomorrow. And you can contact me. You contact me via the social. All of them are in the description, so I can forward the information to Mr. Speed or buy it myself. I will figure out okay to buy it. But anyways, so Jason's statement here, he said, let me make sure I don't get it wrong. You said that the main task at hand should that the coach was signed for is to get to the World Cup. So that's one part of your thing, and you're saying that the new players came in before and slotted in. The quality players them of the higher levels. Kira Anderson from a young age, use a young age, use an older age, which is Demarai Reis, to prove that maybe the systems are not complicated, so they can fit in fast because most of them just come in and fit in fast. So that's what you have said?
Yes, that was a good summary.
Okay. Fair enough. But what we have to, I think he said this is a problem that occurred since he's here. He believes that he's using these tournaments to win things to get more money. He said that, Jason, the last time he on it, he said this is an opportunity for us to try and win more money so we can get more loophole to do more things. So he believes that he can pick better squads, but obviously playing fears and all of those things cause problems. And, so the money is not there to fulfill what he would have liked to do. So even though this shouldn't be his main target, he's still trying to win these things to put more funding on the table so he could get an easier ride towards his true journey. So with that said now, sometimes he has to take even more things more serious. So what you say about that now? Because obviously that was not his main goal, but it becomes a part of his main goal because it kind of helped him towards achieving his main goal.
Yeah, I mean, look, when you bring in the finances part of it, right? If the players that are not available, we'd be getting plane tickets for them. I don't think them not being able to come should be like, okay, here's a place we could save now because these guys can't come. You see what I'm saying? Like, so if you were planning on bringing in these players in the first place, but they're not coming because they're not available, why then now are we going to say, okay, here's where we can cut the budget? To me, that doesn't make sense. And furthermore, if the coach thinks that winning these things and getting more money in the coffers will be helpful, then sometimes you have to invest to have a return. And if investment means making sure that all the players who are the best players available can come, no matter where they're coming from, you have to just believe that with the best, if you give the coach the best tools to operate, then he'll have the better chance of bringing in more money.
Okay, fair enough. And that's why my question that I've asked came down to which one you think he prefers, like based on what you saw him. But I think he was all over the place sometimes, so I don't even know how to judge him. So it's unfair to ask this question, but I'm just going to put out the question there, maybe to the public. If you want to answer it, answer it. Which thing you think he's going to choose, the better player or the player that he has around to learn his system? And that was that's why I came to this, to say that maybe they will see players in the team that most of them don't want or happy about and think that we are better players due to the fact that he had them in Jamaica and see some of them played. So he might want to give them an opportunity. We saw him choose Whisper over Jamar. Let's see again. My boy that injured saw him choose players Demarai Phillips over other people, and his statement was some of them learn the system and stuff. So I'm just asking that generally, but if you want to answer, you can.
Yeah, I mean that's a tough one. I think there have been instances in previous squads where you could say he kind of does a little bit of both, because he would bring in Anderson, who is brand new 18, but at the same time he'll have Demarai Phillips or Whisper, as you said. So I think he tries to strike a balance, but it doesn't. It sounds as if, because of the inactivity of some of the players and because of the recent local squads, we are thinking that familiarity is going to push those players over the top. And I am just of the thought that, if the player is coming from a professional environment, while it's not ideal to bring in somebody 4 days before a game and try to show him a system, I'll just go back to what Hallgrimsson has said, which is, his whole goal was to create a system that maybe, he almost has, he talks as if he knows his system has to be simplified because of the situation that he's in. Do you get that sense, JD? Like he maybe would want to do more with the squad, but he knows, like, because the parts will be moving around a lot, let me just keep it kind of simple, I don't know if you get that sense, but I get that sense.
Okay, well, it's fair to say something like that, because I've heard him said some things and then he had to say that, all right, because we're gonna always having chop and changes because of funding or injuries and stuff, or all sorts of things. Because my boy, they're from Turkey he's coming from, he was not injured, but because of difficulties he can't get to come in. You have to chop and change that one, and then some have injuries, and then some we just generally don't have any money, so he has to simplify the system and then try to get it over the long haul. I do get that still, but sometimes but you said strike a balance, and I think we are trying to avoid that striker balance thing a little bit too much, even though he said otherwise, but I think that striker balance thing, but let me not go there. But I think we kind of, let me leave it right there. I understand your point, and I'm just open, because as what Football Guru said, we have enough players that can go there and be competitive. But would we stand the same chance of beating United States as if we don't have these players? As to with anybody? Are we still that confident? Let me know. That is my question. Or would you look at it then, Jason, at this point, before we go to faster? Or would you guys look at it? We're just going out there to say that we just compete, and if we turn out to win it, we'll win it in the end? Are we a true contender?
Look, I mean, obviously, at face value, we're going into this not as in the best situation possible, right? We have, even before the injuries occurred, we knew going into this, we're already worried about the suspensions. So I would be lying if I said, we're going into this game feeling confident and all these things. My confidence would stem from me just being a fan of Jamaica, not necessarily me looking at anything analytically.
So hold on, Jason. Me not listen to people say we're the favourites of the team for the going that game. A lot of people say that and say we're the favourites,
Well, I guess sometimes I have to be thankful that I have a life and I'm busy, because I haven't really seen much about that myself. So I haven't let that get into my brain. I am only thinking about what's in front of us, and when you look at what's in front of us, we need some of the players that are not going to be there are ones that would be on the team sheet for sure, right? And I think with the situation with most of the people that I think would be the best replacements, maybe don't have a history with Jamaica yet. I think that is what is making me a little bit worried about the situation.
Okay. Young Cryptic said him never hear that. Say nobody and Jason claim the same busy. I'm have a life. So in busy I'm have a life. I never hear that. And I can promise you, when me hear it, I say Jason was actually present there. At least him capitals of him typing was there when I heard it, and I had to. No, me not go worry with you. And you have to. I understand. I agree with you. Maybe you don't want to say you don't agree with the statement, but don't tell me about you have a life and you never hear it, or you never present. Because maybe your footprint can say you were present, but you just sit busy. I have your life. But your footprint was there. But I'm not going to argue that. But I heard people try to allude like the they are United States is not as good, and Jamaica could be the favorites in this one as well. You know, yes. So that's why I came from that standpoint to say how much we had been dropped off. That's all I've said. You know, I'm not saying that we weren't the favorites, because maybe we could be the favorites as well, because maybe our strikers Leigh and Bailey in good form, Demarai Gray, Mirac said he never hear that as well. But I will just leave it alone, because sometimes I realize but I'm me alone and listen. That's what, because anytime I do spend my time, you know, I listen, you know, what people saying, you know. And yes, I've heard it. I've heard that the United States is overhyped. I've heard that we are better than them, and I've heard that we are the favorites going in. And I can tell you that was said in the last 2 weeks. So no, don't tell me, say a lie, me I tell. Cause no more pull up the receipts them, and then me I go call out Uno too as well, because me I go see Mirac, me I go see Jason, me I go see everybody will say them never hear, and me I go prove so no only comment. But it's okay, continue.
Wait, no, all I'm gonna say is it's important when in that 2 weeks it was said, because remember say enough injury news we get from this weekend, you know, so maybe before a certain injury them did I say that, and maybe we would have more agree then, but may I talk
okay.
This weekend.
Okay, so now that me that say, you know, you hear him say it now? Him say maybe at that time he would have agreed to it, because we'd have a full squad to choose from. So that me say, but me not have a problem. And then Gmail said, JD, you're really not like the Reggae Boyz. I don't, what did I say to come up and say, Gmails, I don't know what is wrong with them, my brother. You say me really like the Reggae Boyz, boy, I don't know. What have I said, you know? I just said I heard those things. So Gmail, so what? Some of you have said that too. All right. So if you have said that Gmails, all right. So Gmail say me not like the Reggae Boyz because me if you have said that, so, you know.
Oh, so JD, when you did hear it, you did tell them say them mad, or you just listen like how me just listen?
No, that was not the interest. Was not what I went there for. So I never said anything. Yes, okay, so that is not my problem. But I saw a comment. Somebody said, "I want everyone to listen."
So it's possible to hear something and not comment. That's possible, right?
Yes, but I had said that in the same statement that I've made just a while ago, but you never hear it. I've said that you could be busy because you said you're busy and have a life.
I heard. I just wanted to make sure that everyone heard. I did hear when you first said it. Yes, I did.
I had said it. I never tried to blame you for anything. I had said it. Yeah, but I'm just trying to say that Uno can't say me never hear it. And Uno tell me say I lie, me I tell. Because that Uno saying I try to, me never hear that. The one Jesus Ferran said, never hear a thing. It's alright. JD, you can't listen to any old foolishness a road. Okay, so I just bill of vibes, you know, going with it. Uno just a bill of vibes and then people talk. Okay, it's alright, you know, let me leave it alone. But anyways, we never want to put it over there, but that was the conversation that I wanted to have to see how the fan base feeling now. But it looks like everybody not really care anymore. Them just say them just want the game just a play and we just a bill of vibes. And that I can't understand, you know. Why is only when we look like we can go up and par with somebody, we hype and over hype it. But since we have some like injuries and then suspension, we just drop off and the Reggae Boy, like we don't want to support it the same way. We just say, we just watch the game, you know. So why we can't analyze it and still feel happy? Because me still feel happy, you know. Because even if we're not going to win, I still believe say we are going to get closer to the goal, because the goal should be qualifying for the World Cup. So we're going to get more people knowing the system and everything. And that me believe, you know. So, but the man must bill of vibes, but it's all right. Gmail same have faith. So let me bring in Tennessee and then we bring in Pastor. We don't want to tell Pastor, but go ahead, Tennessee. How are you doing? Yes, what up, man? What up, man? If Jamaica loses, why we keep on say then we have to play Panama. So Holland and Mexico can't lose too.
Thank you. Because what up, man? Put that 3 times. I mean, I wonder like if Panama can't beat that.
Them team you know what? A United States and Mexico in the final. Jamaica no bother turn up. Panama no bother turn up. Let's go play. We no play on each other for third place. Cause it look like none of the other team are no good. And as United States, you see them Americans here. At least when they get the Jamaican out of me, you know. What up, man? Why would you behave like that? You don't feel like so. You know what? I'm not gonna be delusional because no, me just gonna say.
Put it one time before, I never say no. And then back again. Like Panama can't beat the other team. I mean, I say, what up, man?
What up, man? What up, man? The last time we see Mexico's full team. The last time we see Mexico's full. 1 second, Jesse. Last time we see Mexico's full team go up against Panama. It come down to the fine wires, you know, and Mary said the man them actually put the ball in the back of the net, you know, and it ruled out, you know, and they had spells in the game where them actually was slightly better than Mexico, you know. Maybe not on the ball and technicality and stuff, but they were getting more chances. So why are we going to overlook Panama? Go ahead, Tennessee. But what up, man? Get made steamy, you know? Act like Panama and go down and just Mexico or United States. That's the only thing we can't take with the Americans, you know. Them act like nobody else can win the games. You know? Yeah, but go ahead.
Yeah. I told you, but you know what me always say? Me always say ball run still, but the ball run before the game starts. Sometimes when a man go in a game, I realize say under pressure that say ball run. Like we don't know say ball run before the game starts. But Jenny, what we are saying, we don't know. We are hope say something go on still, you know. Jamaica can do a thing. But right now, United States are favorites, and everybody know that. But every team going to game with a chance, you understand? Because game start nil. But you know, we have to be realistic. Jamaica not gonna be favorites still. You understand? Worse with the injured and thing, it'll go rough. You understand?
Yeah, but Tennessee, you know, talk with no conviction in your voice, you know.
No, we can't talk with conviction after them pay if a injury up in over a weekend and things still. But Jenny, me know, but me go see what kind of team I'll pick before. Because me personally want to see who coach will bring in before me can say nothing. You understand? Because it thing look kind of shaky right now. You understand?
Why?
When
Why need it somber.
Yeah, man. When you say Ethan Pinnock and them and the out and, you know?
Tennessee. Sorry for your loss, boss. You sound like somebody gone, so sorry.
But remember about road Jason. Remember we said about because about road. You understand? But not square, but round and thing. But
so like you want to family. Some different people are by planetary. I get abducted by alien.
Hopefully we can kick one in the net, man. Hopefully as the game start, man, we can kick one in the net and defend in 90 minutes. You understand? And we can, because remember, you know, too much, you know. So maybe we still have to bring Demarai Gray
but Jamaica and Tennessee, a one match, you know, too much we have overall. So when they play United States 2 times, you know, a one time we have, you know, yeah. Might as well make sure that clear.
One time we have against United States, but you know, we still have a third place. So
we have 2 matches overall, regardless of what we have 2 matches, but a one match. So you know, think that a one match they make it better for we can pull off something against them. You know, think we have a better chance.
Man, we can pull off something thing, but it look kind of difficult at this moment. But when I know we can go on when the game starts.
No,
you understand?
So
run and thing.
Oh yeah. So let me have the discussion now. We know how to Ethan Pinnock, even though when they again football guru said I could lie Bournemouth Brentford I say. Football guru, I had told people that we have an injury coming up we're kind of bad. Worse than what it was. Worse than what you guys thought. So I told you that 2 days before. So I don't think Brentford is lying. I said to you, I will wait until the people come and give you their assessment via their doctors. But the people already know how bad the injury was before And I had said it before. So it must be a reason why I had said it before Brentford came here and said it. So it's not a lie they're telling. It's not to fight out Jamaica or anything. I think even if he doesn't have some super genetics, it might be even after the international finishes, he still miss 1 or 2 more matches. So let we see still. Maybe he could come back. But even if he comes back, he has to go back into recovery. So he's still not going to come here. You understand me? Because you have to recover. You Jamaican going and a man I speak already. You wouldn't want the player I come here for doing recovery and a play. I try play that not make no sense, you know. So even if he comes back 2 weeks, a week before, it not make no sense. Him just no, yes, him not gonna be ready. No care how we spin it, and nobody try look for blame the club. It not have nothing to do with the club. No, but Travis, remember I came here and told you before. They posted it or anything. I never got it from them. So why I tell me not tell me I tell them me no. I knew before if it was announced. So I know they're not lying with the time as well. You get me? So that's all I'm saying. Saying to you, say, can trust me. Always trust me. I think so. So me just telling me did telling you before. So that means I must true. And nothing to do with the club. Him actually truly injured. That's all me I said to know people. But I not think if him come back a week before, I think he should stay where he is. Because Jason says it's the main goal is for the World Cup. And I tend to agree. If he can't truly play and he's not over 70%, don't force the man to come here and guilt trip the players them. And don't go up on them socials. If you see the guy 1 week before, I try to recover and I say, oh, him now go come and play for Jamaica. You understand me? Because he's recovering. It's possible that he could come back the week before, trying to recover, but he's not fully fit to come to Jamaica and play for the Jamaica people. Alright? Yes, that's all I'm saying. I don't know force the guys them, because sometimes I do believe that if we put these bag of comments under the guys them Instagram and stuff, it's like you not put them up. We not put them up against to say that they are not genuine and they are not doing this for Jamaica. And believe me, they do see it, you know. So be careful, you know. Yes, but football guru, it was doctors, football guru. You're a football guru, you know. You're not a doctor. Alright? A doctor. If I knew, it must because of a doctor told the people them so. Before. And then obviously the team. Because remember that sometimes, you know, what I need to put to you guys, sometimes you have players have them doctors and the teams have them own doctors as well. Because you're not going to cheat me out and say you can't play when you can. But also the player is not going to be cheated out as well. Them say him can and force an injury. You understand me? So both people doing their things and then when the papers come together, they decide on it. So at this point, that's what the doctors them say, football guru. So hopefully he's superhuman like majority of us. And he comes back in time. But that's how it is at this point.
And JD, furthermore, if somebody walk off of the pitch, right, that is not really saying anything because you don't get the same level of strain on your ankle ligaments walking as you do running and changing direction and playing a match. So just because he walk off the field doesn't really mean that it's not so bad an injury. So I don't think you should look at that as a reason.
Football guru says he should not say he's injured and then play for his club the next day. All right, I know he's not going to play for his club for the whole damn time. I know that for a fact. So I don't think you're gonna have the problem like what you had the last time. All right? Yes. Boy, it's rough, you know, man. It's rough. It's rough still. You know, the players it's rough, you know, man. Jamaican fans stay, you know, man. Damn.
If the coach said him man injured, if the coach said him man injured, so he coach in a better position for that.
Yeah, but remember, through the last time he said he was injured, but people now remember when the man said him injured, and when he came back and played, and the club said he was injured as well. But he's...
We sense every person thinks that Ethan Pinnock would have put out a semi-final. You get understand? If the coach said him man injured, we have to lower him man injured and make him man recover. Last time Antonio Company international
Greg Leigh as well came back and injured. You know?
So man, if you just relax, every coach is same man injury, man, then just Lloyd.
Yes.
Because they wanted to.
But Tennessee, what I'm saying is, I never the coach. Remember, me reported 2 days before, you know. So that means I know the coach say him injured, you know, and know him not got injured for long, you know. That means the player knows him injured and know him not got injured for long. You understand me? So, why is Jamaican going?
No, I said Tennessee. I appreciate the question. Sometimes when people bring up these claims, we have to ask the question. Them. Which man within them right mind that thinks that Ethan Pinnock are gonna miss a big old semi-finals in a nation? Why would he want to miss that? That's an important game.
But because true, they have instances where him wife is sick because of a delivery and stuff, and then when he was injured and before he played, he never turned up for Jamaica, so they use those back against him when they are all legitimate claims, you know, but they don't realize that it's 24 hours for one day, then 24 hours again, and then it's stretched out to a week. So maybe when you get the information, you have to send it in 2 weeks before. At that time the man was injured, and the clause for FIFA, football guru, you know this football guru, the clause is FIFA only write up on the 2 weeks claim, the 10-day claim. If the club say you can't play at that time, and you can play within the 10 days, you play an 11th day, and not for them fault that, because them tell you, and then you decide, you and the player decide if you not come to an understanding. Alright? Yes, so the man them can play if it's 5 days after the international game done. They can play. Alright? Because the country and the player have to come to understanding after. Alright? Yes. So sometimes me understand say him play a couple games when we had big matches, when him woman did have the problem, him would stay with her and then go America on the next week after and thing. But remember, these past people, conditions improve, his wife maybe be better at the time, so he never get to come at the Gold Cup. You understand me? So let me try be understandable, because the one thing about it, look at it the other day. When I saw Whisper playing, and the little youth push him off of the ball a couple times and him tumble along for the mid top, the whole I know find every single damn excuse on planet Earth to tell me what wrong with him right there, why him not as good or look as good as out to the Manning Cup. You know the only difference there? Because remember, you know, everything about Ethan Pinnock is professional, you know, and written up, you know. The only difference is here, one is born in Jamaica and you want to sell that narrative and one doesn't. That's all, you know. Shamar Nicholson left to Russia. And say him can't play the Jamaican football now. He must focus on for settling himself in Russia. And at the time, at this summer start learn who people is. From that time, the man then make up Shamar Nicholson saying out time out, you know, saying now come, you know. And remember, we had 2 more games, you know, with a possible chance of qualifying just the same, you know. Remember that, you know. And the man never turned up, you know. We had 3 games, we never have 2. We had 3 because it was the window before the actual final 2 games. And him same never want to come, and me hear the amount of no, football guru, don't say you know it till I go back to locals, but I'm giving you facts. I move on from Whisper long time. I'm giving you facts when a player said him now come. So Shamar Nicholson did say that out of his mouth, and football guru may never see you or nobody say Shamar Nicholson are committed. Only one man alone from my chat and I said Shamar Nicholson should not play back for Jamaica because he's not committed to Jamaica. You understand me? It was what my virgin him always commented for my chat, man. Long time I not see me, I wonder if him okay. He was the only man said that. Everybody else were always a fight against these guys are say people not committed. The whole them start spinning them narrative and all sort of stuff. Oh, the man just go here, so Russia hard, war go on. So well on there, everybody now have difficulties.
so what I can understand is like people just love controversy every time. So every man injured, would they want him man to come? The same way? You understand? If it's 10 man injured, why we can't move on to our next player? Everyone injured. You see? If I was Damian Lowe injured. Everybody that move on. Until
Oh,
man injured. And,
no man, Damian
and
Lowe come on one of the games them when he have the injury, I'm come and try force himself to play through the injury. Respect him for that. But Damian Lowe is not Ethan Pinnock. And Damian Lowe is not so costly for a club as Ethan Pinnock. So Damian Lowe do what he want, you know?
I will pay them. My football guru, I pay them when they come to
No.
We love controversy. Everything I just more controversy. We want all kind of speculate, say, injure. At the club now want to come. Or we know or them know him. I know that.
Well, because clubs said it before that if the player them have any ounce of injury like West Ham, because they had said that, I can say West Ham, if West Ham have the opportunity to not send Mikel Antonio, like for instance, if he can't play over 76 minutes before the 10th, he's not coming to Jamaica. So, because we hear West Ham say that out of their mouth, but it's their interest, and it's still in the law of FIFA, and it still come down to the player to say, we can still force it and go over that time. But if the doctor says something different, Tennessee, with the travels, and then coming here to force it, he's not going to come. And we can't ball because it's still in FIFA law. FIFA set up something to say that the club can't stop the players them. But if they have any doctor's report, they can stop them from that point.
Of course. You understand? And I club pay them. So if the club say man injured. People that say, if I was them, I never question a man when they say them can come. Yeah, you understand? Because I don't know.
Yes.
So if a man injured, a man injured. We have to move on to the next team a player. The last time Omari injured and they put him nice side, I not come. So what purpose of that?
And then we waste a spot for players.
Right.
So that's the next thing. A good point you brought up there. I'm bringing past as well. But guys, would we prefer to put the money on papers and then take up the spot, and then nobody else fill the spots? No better actually have somebody for the spot rather than to waste the time, put them in it. Because remember, that's how they had to take Maggie and those guys to put in game and team sheets, Because we put two guys, we knew that they weren't fully fit, and we put them on the paper just the same to play, and they weren't here. Demarai Gray and Amari'i Bell, and then we waste the spots then when we could have actually truly sourced people for those spots.
All right. You understand? Man, if we stop it, man, and just move on to if a man injure, I have to do a different team, a player, man, him can't make it.
Yes, and if the players are good enough, they save us. If they are not good enough, we learn. So our pool is not as superior as we think. That's all. Guys, we have 206 people in the chat. Please do hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Everyone have their opinion. I'm not gonna fight Football Guru, but I only can give him back facts to challenge his opinion and see if he changes when the facts is there. Football Guru says the law is that if they are injured during international break, they can't play the next game for the club. But listen to me, I said, Guru, I've never said that. I said, if before you send out the paper, they are injured and these guys have said it's like for 2 weeks. And most of the games, international windows, it's not open. So for England, the law don't really apply because English Premier League don't play when we have international break. All right. So the next week, if they had written up, say it's the next week, and we report it to Jamaica, and then Jamaica, because several instances with Mikel Antonio, them and West Ham came to understanding and decided that let the players stay, and Mikel Antonio did play early on. Other people it happens to as well. So sometimes things like that happen. I understand what you're saying, but they came to understanding because remember they want these players when they can get, when maybe they are carrying injuries as well, and then maybe because the good relationship between them and the club, they still let them go and don't even report it to FIFA and then let them go because Mikel Antonio was carrying an injury when he comes here. He had the injury. And that's why West Ham was so upset because they had the injury and they still try to play with it. You understand me? Yes, so it's a relationship. So sometimes players will come back late So people don't, all I'm saying is they are all human beings. Some of them are bigger players, and bigger players are much more in demand. Ethan Pinnock is more in demand, like Ivan Toney for Brentford. All right. So if he's gonna come back the week before, they're gonna give him a week break. They're not gonna send him to Jamaica, and I have no problem. Leigh Bailey, if he's injured, Leigh Bailey said he was injured a couple of times. Well, I never come down. Am I lying? Leigh Bailey had problems and never turned up either. And I thought he played close after, but it was an injury that they knew the time. Travis said these EPL clubs take Jamaica national. I don't think it's Jamaica national team. All right, look at this. Let me show you. Say a true only pay attention to Jamaica. What a year Norway said about Jason, maybe you follow this. I don't know if you know for fact, because maybe you don't follow these ballers because of my baller them and then yours. But you have a baller at the club at the country, so you maybe know about it. What Norway said about Manchester City, and what Norway fans them said about Erling Haaland. Are you never? I don't know if you didn't follow that.
Them been upset with some of the treatment in terms of them telling Norway that he's unfit, and then they
play the next week, don't?
Yeah, when they go back from break now, he's playing, and they have said that, you know, it looks like Man City is trying to protect him a bit more than they should. So this is a narrative that a lot of teams deal with. So I don't know why.
It's not Jamaica alone.
It's only Jamaica.
It's not Jamaica alone, people. Go on Twitter, type in Norway people, and type in Erling Haaland. I don't even think they like Erling Haaland so much, because they believe that he doesn't want to turn up anytime he has any set of injuries. Manchester City tell him not to play, and then he turns up for Manchester City. And even when they can qualify for Euros, this man not playing. When he can physically play, no.
A big thing.
He can physically play, no. But they said it's an injury that could occur. Could. It's not there. It could occur. And like all injuries could occur as well, you know. And the man never played. The man never plays. So people, I'm telling you, it's a club. I can understand if you blame the clubs. That is true. But sometimes the clubs them have paid these guys so much money. And what is remember, if you stay up in the Premier League, it's 150 million pounds. You understand me? So it's not joke money. They're gonna always protect their assets, people. That's how it is. So it's not just Jamaica alone have this problem. It's just clubs protecting their investments. Period. All right. No, Travis, you can't say you don't care about Norway. Yes, you made a claim that is not true, because you said that the club them are disrespect Jamaica. So that is not a true statement, because Norway have the same problem, and Norway are burn out Manchester City and are burn out Erling Haaland as well. And I see it happen with other clubs, other teams. Nigeria the other day, and Nigeria the other day, Nigeria, Ghana. What my boy play for again? Where him play for again? Where Madman play for again for Manchester United? Completely forgot. When play for the goalkeeper. When play for again?
Cameroon.
Cameroon said that Cameroon had problem the other day. So Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon had problems with the clubs the other day. Just the other day, you know. Because one man stayed and played Tottenham and then went over late. And then the other man's them, was it who again? He said he can't play because they said he was injured for 2 weeks, and then he went straight into Spain and played the next day. He played the next day, and they said they're gonna try and find the club. So research those things, guys. Research those things. All right.
Yeah, even the forward who play for Inactivity from Nigeria, I think.
That's Taiwo, but Taiwo came back a little bit later. But I'm talking about a guy in Spain. The man literally said them same have a 2-week lease injured, and the man a play back before.
You're talking about Umar Sadiq, I think him name.
One of those players, and the country said they're gonna sue them because of the law of FIFA. So I'm trying to say, Travis, I'm trying to educate people that it's happening right over the world. People fighting, it's happening over the world. It's not
a
just Jamaica,
only
Travis.
thing. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. It's not a Jamaica thing. It's more of a club. That's why FIFA fight the clubs them and I try to take back certain rights from them. But because they have so much money and they are paying these players so much money, the players them don't want to reduce the money, but they want to have the same amount of rights and the clubs them not giving them it. So it's just a football issue, people. I look how fast. In the last 2 months, I brought up 7 cases. 7 cases aside from Jamaica that it happened. so people, Gilly gonna say JD on the sound biased towards English born players. England them gonna ban Travis, Tennessee, Jamaican Guna, JS Guna. What Gilly gonna where you talk about, brother?
Yeah, I wouldn't even respond to them kind of foolishness because that makes no sense. You understand? I don't know if I don't know. I not pay them. You understand him? And they have their job. They have to protect themselves. If Jamaica pay $2,000, $2,000 a jelly. All I want to chat attack, then attack for them own emotions. See? Then I look for the overall thing. Because people can't say anything what they want to say. Most of them don't have a position where the people let me know. If a club say them man injure, I take it as that. I not fight no club. See? I'll Jamaica if you do, move on to a different player and bring him in the squad.
Yeah, but the problem is, Jamaica, Big Boss, we brought up a solid argument for proof that it's not Jamaica alone. And the man them change it over to say we're biased against English-based players. Not because we don't have no Jamaican player in our position there, because nobody no want them at the highest level. At least at this point, them can't make the highest level teams. So we can't have that problem there as yet, people. So we can't be biased to local guys, because a very few local guys actually are playing a top international team, top professional team. So tell me which Leigh Bailey, Shamar, Nicholson, but he is on loan, and then it's done. You know, I've not had local guys are playing in no top league. Alright, so let we just stop lying. So I'm not preferential. All of them are Jamaicans, and I just brought a claim to. I just brought my part to reason with you. So you can't. I brought facts to you, that you can go and search up, that other people have problems with these said clubs. So it would have kill your argument to say it's Jamaica they're fighting against. But argue me back, bring back some facts, but it's not working. All right. Fan says club over country and would prefer the player to say the same, while the club is making these players live good, while the country diss them. All right. That's what fan of mine says. And we have Guru said the South American countries usually exercise their rights to see the players and their medical chart. They know, but tell you what, I know what he's trying to go with now. And I want to bring in Pastor, because I don't want to go down this road and don't bring in Pastor. I want Pastor to speak, then everybody speak. Because what they're trying to bring out now, but those players were with it. Those players, so the Ethan Pinnock case is different, because Ethan Pinnock think he's injured. Before they even put it out, he knows he's injured. You understand me? The other players them believe that they could have still recover in time and force themselves for Argentina at the time, and then went to Argentina. It's different. Those cases were different. So these players believe that they could have recovered in time and forced themselves to recover, and some of them never even recovered, to be honest. But they're forced to play because it's a World Cup. You understand me? Yes. So it's a little bit different right there. Pastor, go ahead, Big Boss. I knew the man go. Seriously, they don't like these players, That's all I know, But continue, Pastor. Say a piece, and people, please do hit like button, share, and subscribe. We have a few more topics that we want to touch on. All right? Yes.
Good morning to the panelists. Good morning to those in the chat and those who will be on the rewatch. This is all I will say on the last thing that was being discussed. They will find every possible avenue to keep their intentions in the ears of the public, hoping that if they tell a lie sufficient times, it will take root for some more people to believe it. Those xenophobes and haters will always do this. And everybody will go down that line. That's Pastor Blake's classification for you. You're xenophobic. You're a hater, a wicked that is hellbound. Now I will move on to the team. Jamaica Guna had asked the question or made the point that the team is significantly depleted and we cannot identify the four persons front. No, Jamaica was never favored to play against USA when we had everybody available. By no metrics could we be favored. We probably had the better offense, but we still don't have a midfield. And no matter how pretty the front of the car is, if there's not an engine beneath the hood, that is just shell. So, to answer that and the possible replacements, despite Cephas not getting as much game as we want him to get, this is his opportunity to make the speed count, and the JFF should call Cephas. Oh, before I go further with that, I wonder if people realize that today is the 19th of February, which leaves us 17 or 16 days when the invitation, because if the invitation don't reach the clubs by the 7th of March, the club is not under any obligation to release the player. So we have 16 days, only 16 days, to decide who we're sending the invitation to. So for all those persons who are jumping hoops to try to sell their narratives, please be aware that is 2 weeks and 2 days that we are dealing with. The invitations must reach the club no later than the 7th of March for the international window. And that is the last possible day. Back to what I was saying. So, Jamaica Guna, Cephas would be the best frontman. And I'm speaking with those players that we know have their documentation. Those who we can possibly get, I am not going to mention them, even though they are of that ilk that could come in and hit the ground like a Demarai Gray did. Once you have the education, it is easier for you to replicate that which you know. It is only Jamaican developed players that struggle to go in a professional system and perform at the level required to make a statement. Only Jamaican-born players, Jamaican developed players. Because of the ineptitude and the lack of quality in our coaches that exist and the system that exists in Jamaica. Full stop. So
right.
Cephas would be the first one. You're saying something, JD?
Yeah, because what I want to end the stream with, or I want to go into, is what we're gonna do, like every week, because obviously we have to keep the audience engaged and educated as to what's going on. We're going to pick like the best 23 players that we could have coming closer and closer to the United States team. So based on what we have now, we're going to pick the 23 that we can pick. So we're going to omit all the guys with injuries at this point, and see what we can do. And improve the squad every single week going forward. Let me know if you guys think that's a good idea. So you could know who was injured at that time and what type of squad we truly have. So I wanted to try and tweak the front line, go through the midfield, and go through the depth with the goalkeepers as well, to make you guys know what we have. So I'm going to start with the goalkeeper. Boyz Clarke, they said Boyz Clarke was coming back from injury. So would that, Jason, would you just go for a local, you just bring in my boy that they brought from Waterhouse, or bring in J.D. White? Because J.D. White kept a lot of clean sheets. Who you would have gone for the third goalkeeper? And guys, it's mandated for you to bring that amount of goalkeepers, to be honest. All right? So, or we would have set the goalkeeping department. We would have gone for Andre Blake, obviously. You go ahead.
Yeah, Blake.
You're going to that before I finish answering the front line, JD?
All right, Pastor. Finish your statement, Pastor.
I'm asking. Yeah. All right. The next thing is the left side, the best available left-sided player. There is nobody in the JPL at the quality of Tyler Roberts. He already have his documentation. For all those persons who sold the narrative of who was better than Omari Hutchinson, and for those members of the JFF administration that allowed the lie narrative to be out there that the man is not showing up when they are not calling him, now is the time you call Omari Hutchinson. And that will sufficiently support the likes of Bobby Reid and Leon Bailey across our front line. You still have the youngsters that should aid in rectifying the midfield. Anderson and Cover. There's one player that I have not found the information if he's back up and running. The under 20 Clark that played.
Yeah, he's back up and running, but he's in the lower league. He's trying to get, and they just pull him back. So he's back at his parent club. So let us see what will take place with him. He needs time. Remember, he's coming off of a big injury now, so he needs time.
Injury, yeah.
Yes.
But JD, for me, because of the inactivity of a lot of our players, all the players that have their documents ready and are playing at superior leagues to the JPL should be under consideration for the call-up. And the young players that we have that dominate under 20 should be brought up. So you would bring up Cover to cover the midfield. And if we have to go back to Latibodier as the CDM, because he has done some credible work at his club at CDM, we then need to, in terms of looking to shore back up our defense line, there is Wes Harding who have him documentation. There's Liam Moore who has his documentation. And these are professional players who came to the Jamaica to Concacaf and hit the ground running. So, yes, the team is depleted, but I believe we have sufficient quality to fill the slots without selling this lie as a narrative that we need to go to the JPL players because they are familiar with the system that the coach uses. To align myself with the comment that Jason Guna made about the system that the coach employ. These professional players are not only able to, but they have shown by the work that they have done coming to the Concacaf space and play. Wes Harding did not fail for Jamaica, nor did Liam Moore. These are players who came to Concacaf and held their own. So there's no reason for us not to. And they're both playing at, and all of the players that I've called are playing at higher level than every player we have in the JPL.
All right, Pastor.
So you can go to the goalkeeping. You can go to the goalkeeping.
Yeah. So let me try and pick the best available squad, so we could look at it. So people said that I need to stop my foolishness. I should not call JD White. I just mentioned somebody that we heard have a lot of clean sheets, and because he was on one of the earlier local teams, that's why people are not selling the narrative. What? Oh, we can leave from 18 local players to a pickup for. But I don't know. You just beat me every day for no reason. Sometimes I'll figure out what I actually stand for, because you just beat me for everything. I've never said.
They're not allowing you to be right, JD. You're not supposed to be right.
I'm just producing information and I ask questions. So I just brought up JD White. You couldn't say never. Why none of you guys said he never had any clean sheet? So I lie me I tell on that. When you just beat me up, say faster, better. Okay, me never say which one better. I said Jason because one is younger. And maybe we could see a different extra future in the player. That is exactly what I've said, But none of you guys listen to what I've said. You understand me? Alright, so anyways, Foster will go there and I'm not going to fight with you guys. For this week, Foster takes the nod. Alright, so we have Wait, Foster, and Blake, people. Is that correct? Every one of you agree with it? Jason, Jamaican Guna, Tennessee is not here. Jamaican Guna, you guys agree with it? Those are the 3 best goalkeepers we can pick now?
I would actually put Knight as my third goalkeeper.
Jesus God, why you just want to be different for the man them cost me? I know you are going to get no cost.
I am just saying what my opinion is. It don't have to be that. That's just what I would do.
Alright, Jason would want Knight in it. Alright, so Foster don't get the game. So we have fight against the JPL. So Knight.
I am not agreeing with you, Jason, but I am choosing Amal Knight as my third goalkeeper.
Alright, so Amal Knight gets the slot at this point. Amal Knight, alright? Amal Knight, alright? Amal Knight gets a slot because the panel says Amal Knight, and a few persons inside the chat did say Amal Knight. So, Chevis, what you say? Amal Knight over Foster? Let me know. Because you're going to tell me say Amal Knight are good because him give you a goal in a Suriname when he makes 700 more saves. I'm going to show you what he's going to say before he even said it. Alright, yeah, so let me move on. So Amal Knight takes the 3, took up the 3 spots. Amal Knight and the other goalkeeper took up 3 spots out of the 20. So let me move on to the defenders now. So the defenders. See me tell us, I'm gonna say Amal Knight not good. Oh my God, these guys. So, anyways, now Joel would be a part of the midfield numbers. So we just put them in. Kasey Palmer already in. So far because they're fit. We can't put in John Russell. Because John Russell is not fit. We don't see him, and we heard that he had a niggle. Daniel Johnson, I can't put him in because we heard that he had a niggle as well, and we can't put in what the defender name again? Big Ek. We can't put in Big Ek because we heard that they have an injury. So we are not going to put those players in because at this point they are not playing for their clubs, and we heard that they had an injury. And obviously they would have been helpful for their clubs, so it has to be an injury why they have not been listed. So it's not lie the clubs telling on the players. Would you agree on that, Jason? Because it seems like we have to clarify all of those stuff.
Yeah, no. Anybody that's reported injured, there's no point putting them in this team now. So for the exercise, we have to take into account.
You want to think that they are truly injured as what? Because the club not using them. So and they are integral parts of the clubs. So it has to be true, right? Because they want to win games.
Yeah, I don't think that clubs are just making up things. I don't think so. I mean, I know. So they can do some shady things in the past, but I can't really follow that. After that, go off. If we don't see them playing football, they're probably injured because they would be playing.
All right. No, I just want to make sure I am not. I'm safe because I get beaten for everything. So I just asked the question. So we can't put none of those midfielder in. So what force now? It's force we need to choose between Kirai Anderson, Tyree McGee. As a midfielder, we're talking. Phillips comes on the list. All right, different from these two guys. And what's his name again? The defensive central, forgot his name. My boy man from Jamaica, completely forgot his name. Even though he's going to be back, and he was not getting much game time in the MLS, but we have to bring him in as well. Lambert, we have to bring in Lambert on it. So those are the four. And if you know of any one of them in Jamaica, maybe angling.
JD.
Thank you.
JD. I'm not leaving out Daniel. I'm not leaving out cover.
And Brandon cover. And Brandon
Cover
covers.
gave
We have to put the covers in it. Yeah, covers going.
He played well for the under 20. He's fit. So cover is in my midfield with Latibodier and Anderson. And the best of the names you call that would come back for me would be the man from US that plays in US, Lambert. I would have Lambert over all of the other local cohorts that you have called. Lambert, I don't believe, has always gotten the credit for the work he has done in the situations that he has been asked to operate. And while I'm not really a fan of Lambert so much so, you give Caesar his due, and I don't think he has showered himself in glory, but I don't think you can label him as having failed either. I think he has done a workman's job when he has been asked to perform. So I would call Lambert before I call any of the other names that you call.
All right.
From the local cohort.
Okay, all right, Pastor. All right, relax. Because the way you talk, that's why the people can't receive it, and then they're gonna beat me up for me, Yeah. So what we have now, we have Joel Latibodier as a defensive midfielder, Lambert as a defensive midfielder, Kasey Palmer, and then we have to put Anderson in. We can all say Anderson. We would put in and Jason, right? Anderson will add in it, right?
Yes.
Anderson, would we give cover? Then not over because of who we have. Remember, guys, this is a weekly exercise. So once they're back fit, we are going to add them to it and that's how we're going to come to a final.
Players in my mind, really. I don't know about anybody else.
Yeah, Pastor, but hold on, me ask Jason a question. Jason answer, and you answer the Pastor, and give the fans a chance to answer as well. So you can't bully Pastor. You're not going to bully me, Pastor, and the chat not going to bully me. I have balls. All right, we're gonna stop the that way, yeah. So just answer, and then Pastor can answer. I'm tired of it.
So me personally, I think the one appearance in the first team for Kova, I still think I would give him a chance to develop a bit more. Personally, I think we have other more experienced players that we could call on for these two games.
Okay,
that's just my personal opinion on that.
So who would be that one?
Well, there's a player that has represented Jamaica before, hasn't been in Hallgrimsson's eyes or plans, but has actually had an extended run of games in the championship, I believe, or it might even be League One. Jordan Cousins. I don't know if anybody has any thoughts about him, but he's a player that I think is an actual DM, and we always want to pick attacking midfielders and play them in a deeper role. And I think this guy actually does play that role.
So you bring our Cousins in the conversation, yeah, all right?
Well, I think with the injuries.
No. I'm just replying to the fans. No, you can continue that. I'm just saying Cousins. You said he will add to it. All right, fair. Go ahead.
Yeah. I think he's somebody that we can look at for the pool potentially. I don't know if he makes the final 23, but with the injuries that we have there, and also. Remember that I have never been a huge fan of Latibodier in the midfield personally. I don't know if it's the way that the coach sets up the team, because when he plays midfield for Coventry, he doesn't look so bad. But for Jamaica, he seems to struggle in the midfield. So with the injuries to the back line, I would maybe be actually using him on the back line this go around for these games. And I would want to then have some more cover in the defensive midfield role. So that's why Lambert and Cousins, I think, would have to come back in if Russell cannot come.
All right, so Cousins, Jason goes with based on what we have now. All right, so Cousins instead of cover, all right, because he said cover only got the game and he wants to see more. He will trust in more of a seasoned professional. Cousins was always injured, to be honest. Yes, but he has the quality. He's a quality player. I've been talking about him for 20 billion years. Yes, so but I was, going with the more familiarity for the fan base more than anything else. Even though a lot of people know Cousins, but yes, so that means we went with 5 midfielders so far. 5 midfielders. We will add more to it. So the players in defense. The players in defense that we have, Damian Lowe, we don't know what condition these players are in, all right, because they're not playing football, but hopefully we will see that soon. But Damian Lowe, we don't hear any injury problem with Damian Lowe. Bell just came back. Greg Leigh came back, so all of them will be going in. Greg Leigh going in. Lati Bodier is already on the list. Lembe Kisa will be in. Lembe Kisa in. Shon Bernard. Bernard, we're going to add to it. We're going to add Bernard to it. Are we going to add back some of the Americans? Like my boy there from New York. We're going to add him in, or you guys are still questioning it? Because a lot of people seems like they don't really rate him that highly.
Anderson from New York?
No. I've not said that. All right, let me just go with we added Bernard, Greg Leigh, Bell, Damian Lowe, Lembe Kisa. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players, 5 defenders we added so far. Who else? We can't put in my boy there, Big Ek, because Big Ek is injured as well. So who else we are gonna put in that one? Jason and Pastor Jamaican Guna. You will bring him back a King.
Put in King.
King. Jason, go ahead. You're watching King. You guys are watching King. I think that he's ready back for the stage. Liam Moore just came back in football. To be honest. You think that you guys will pressure him and bring in Liam Moore over King, or who else you put in?
Too soon for Liam Moore. Me personally, I think I like having a left-footed centre back somewhere in the mix. Obviously, we don't have.
Sorry, Jason. Javian Brown. Me not got disrespect. Guys, I completely forgot Javian Brown. I was not disrespecting the player. All right, sorry. Yeah. So go ahead.
The second right back slot would probably come down to Javian or Tavan Gray at this point.
Yeah, that's why I asked if you wanted Tavan Gray in it. But you guys never talk like you wanted him in it,
But what about the centre half? What are the 4 centre half them around?
Big Boss, Ethan Pinnock and Big Egg night. Big Boss, now Bernard and Lowe. The other man them can play centre back. Greg Leigh them can play centre back. All them man they got big. Mariapa.
But JD, you know that, and you know the coach not gonna play.
Hold on, one at a time. Me I try Jason attack and Jamaican Guna attack. Hold on the Gunas. Jamaican Guna, so you said Jason, then Jason come in, cause me not understand.
Okay, so I am saying that I am not talking about moving around players and playing them out of position. I'm talking about the full complement of players available. Who are the 4 centre halves that we're looking at? Not moving around in the players.
At 2 centre half
there as a centre half and call somebody else in a midfield. What is gonna be? I don't think the coach is gonna do that. I think the coach is gonna play Lati in our midfield.
So Lati is not as a midfield. Yeah. So at 2 centre half, we're not 2 real centre half. We are going at the competition. As to today. Okay.
So who are the other 2? Let's discuss that. We are gonna call about Maps from retirement. What's gonna be?
Who this Maps retire? Why are you making up story, Jamaican Guna?
No, man, that's why I laugh, bro. Because me know some people I talk like him at 700. So because my player space. So who are we gonna call? Who are the other 2 defenders? What are the other 2 centre half? Sorry, that we're gonna call. We're gonna call Bernard and Lowe. Who are the other 2? We hear people talking about who not good and who good. Let's talk about who you want.
Wes Harding could be a person. We could see Wes Harding finally get a call up. We have Tilt. We have Mariapa. Could be in that bracket as well. But to be honest, you know, how we talk as if like we have this deep pool of centre backs, you know. We don't really have this deep pool of centre backs, you know, Jason. Me I tell you the honest truth, you know. Because look at that now.
Well, a couple months ago we had an Olympic size pool, and all of a sudden now we have a kiddie pool. Me don't know what happened.
Yeah, but we are naming out the players because you guys said we should not name the wing backs that we can play centre back. You understand me? So we just natural centre backs.
Yeah,
We don't have much.
So right now, obviously Low and Bernard, right? And for me, I would be bringing back Wes Harding. I think it's
Wes
time.
Harding. Okay, so
He's been playing centre back.
good.
I think the knock on him was like, you know, when he played centre back, he was always in a back three. But if you look at the system Millwall been using, they actually play a back four and he been playing centre back. So he getting the reps in the position that he would potentially play. So I am fine with him. And again, because of the balance, I don't know if the coach will draw back for Curtis still because he's a left foot centre back, but I don't believe that he's really in the coach's plan. Which is
he's playing better than Maps at his club.
Mariappa doesn't start anymore. He's been a bench player for like the last 2 months, and Tilt and another guy starting now. So
yes,
you know,
accurate.
I think Tilt could get a look in, but I want to kind of base it off of what I think the coach might do as well. So I think Harding, because he has some history with the team, could potentially come back. And I know it's not under Hallgrimsson, but at least he knows a lot of the players because he played with them, right? And then I would, if I'm gonna call anybody from the local contingent, I'm gonna go for the left-footed centre back that I like. I think he's the calmest defender in the Premier League, and that's Joel Cunningham.
Okay, but so hold on. Let me tell how much players we have in Jason, because look, I couldn't run out the spot them with the players, you know.
No, that's just 4 CBs. That's just 4 CBs.
Yeah, but no, but we bring a billion wing back then.
No, because you say Greg Leigh, Bell, right? That's
yeah.
You said Lembe Kisa, and the second right back was kind of up in the air.
So we are going with just Javian Brown then, and we're not putting Grey Knight. Because that can be what
between the two of them. It's between the two of them. We have to pick one.
Okay, so one we are going with. All right, no problem. We now look so bad in the people. We now look so bad in.
Right backs.
Well, Jason, there is a room for players. There is a room for put players on the list. They can do something. You never may know if they can go up the wing. Because Tavan Gray can play winger, you know. Right midfield, you know. Which I think would be more solid, you know, than having a true winger playing right midfield, you know. So, and Greg Leigh can do this thing on the next side.
Yes, and at the same time, Lembe Kisa can play right winger because he must play in that for hard.
So that me just say, so when we are put them on the list, it doesn't necessarily mean they are going to be playing full back. They can be playing right and left midfielder, and they are better. They are better equipped. They are better equipped than the players that we ever played in position. Yeah?
Just for clarity, you know. It's just for clarity, you know. But I'm just saying, let's just pick people in their most notable positions.
Okay.
So for clarity,
we know they have multiple roles, but
you want, then you can do that after. But based on what we're saying, we have, and to counter your point, I think our strongest position is centre half. I think we have more centre back. We have depth in centre back than we have in any other position.
No man, a full back. That's how we have depth in a man. Right and left back. We not have a chop off left back and right back. And we'd even put on the next 4. We just come and then we have 3 in Jamaica. We have around 13. We have around 13 full backs in Jamaica. Go now.
Who's our third left back?
Huh?
Who is our third left back?
Our third left back.
Yeah.
We have Lembe Kisa is an optional left back. We have Latibody here is an optional left back and right back as well, and they are not even put in the position. And then we don't bring Gray as well to add to the list. So and then we can go back for the other guys them that played. No, Jamaican go. No, we don't have no more. Jamaican go. We only have 4. Okay, Liam Moore just.
Has always been in centre half. That is why people talk about that the most. We have at least 6 players who we can have in a centre half. If Hector was and not injured, he would be there. Liam will be there. The last time he came in, he had a very good game. Bernard, Lowe, Rupert. We have way more quality in centre back for the fighting for those 2 positions. We have way more quality there than anywhere else on the football field. I don't think we have 3 or 4 good left back or 3 or 4 good right back. You're gonna move around players to facilitate the narrative, but the reality is we don't have 4.
Me not facility, me narrative. You said depth. No, you said depth, you know. You never say, because depth not necessarily mean quality, you know. It just mean the numbers, you know. You get me the range of how much we can name. I mean, I said we can name around 13. We're again wing backs, full backs. That's what I've said, you know. We never talk about the quality of the players, them.
I left back man from League 73 and the story when I left back and said those numbers. It's
Jamaican going, but in Jamaican going, you can't use a word gymnastic for me. Because I know I'm right, you know. I try to flip it around, you know. You said depth and depth does mean the numbers, bossy.
You know, we have more depth in centre back than we have in any other position on the field. And they said we have more depth on right back. And I said and the wing backs them. And I said name the wing back them that you said would there be a third left back. And would there be a third right back and you put Lembakis up them. I don't want Lembakis over this.
We can't name we can't have 5-5. Jamaican Kuna, we can't have 5-5.
And hold on. Dave and Gray is the third. We'd have as options at right back. Cool. On the left side, we would have Bell as our first choice. Then we'd have
Tavan Gray is not the third. Jamaican Kuna. Jamaican Kuna. Tavan Gray is not the third. He's not the third right back. Tavan Gray go down to 4th because you have Javian Brown, Dexter Lambeki is a Latibo there, then you have Tavan Gray. And some people even put Alvas Powell over Tavan. Okay, so Jamaican Kuna, why am I read? Alright, so what you say, Jamaican Kuna. So what you say. I'm not going to worry with you.
He doesn't play right back for Jamaica. You have a player who will play one position for their club and they play a different position for their national teams, you know.
Okay.
That happens all the while. So he doesn't play right.
So so Jamaica good. I'm not gonna argue the point. But what I say wrong when I say we have more depth, not the quality of the depth. But we have more depth, like enough more bodies in a right and left back at this point.
I just named those six centre halves that we are fighting for 2 positions.
Okay,
I just name out Low. Our first choice would be Low and Rupert. Then behind them we'd have Liam Moore. We have
Bernard, Tilt, Maps. Yes.
Bernard, who is the third choice. If any one of them manage up out, Bernard will step up, and most of the time, sometimes he needs to start as well.
Tilt, Maps, and Big Ek.
So we have more depth there.
We have 7 players.
Yeah, we have 6-7 centre halves there where we can travel on. The problem is that we are probably about 3 or 4 of them. And the coach no one call no one call
8. Where's Harden would have made 8? Where's Harden would have made 8? Yeah.
So 8. Because last year the dude was having a tremendous season and they never looked for the man.
Well, but that I mean,
there was a time when we would have been great to call him. So I'm saying that we have more depth in centre half than any other position because we have 2 places there and we have maybe 6 or 7 players fighting for those 2 places.
Okay, but
we don't have that anywhere else on the field.
Jamaican going all me to say is we have more than 13 players that's fighting for 2 positions on the same the thing. So that's what I mean to say. We have more depth in the wide areas. That's what I thought. If you think that it's a centre back, it's no problem. I was just saying that. I mean, I'm not going to war with it. I just use the word depth. That's why I'm bring up the conversation. If I'm wrong and you right, it's okay. Me alright to be wrong. And Pastor, we now go extend this. Me done, Panamania.
I'm talking about you and Jamaican Gunas.
Because more finish the list, you know.
We need players for.
Okay, yes. Let's go against the defense line. Because I want to finish the conversation.
I hear Jason Guna selecting the players, but he's adding to it what he thinks the coach will do. I am not sufficiently psychologically experienced to work with the mind of Hallgrimsson, so the players that I am selecting are the players that I am selecting who have the documentation to represent Jamaica and have the requisite skills and experience in the positions that they're being selected for.
6, 7, 8.
So
9, 10,
my
12, 13,
centre
14,
backs
15.
would be, since these are the players we know that are not injured, Damian Lowe and Bernard, and good sense should prevail that they should call Wes Hardin, who can play both as a right back or as a centre back. Latibodir, who can play both right back, centre back, has been used at CDM and can play left wing back.
And he's playing CDM.
Can,
and he's playing CDM
and he's
as
playing
well.
CDM. Yes.
No.
Lamba Kisa.
Latibodier played CDM this year as well, so you have to add it to his position.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, but I did say that he plays CDM. I did cover that part. That he plays both CDM, centre back, right back, and can go across to left wing back. Lamba Kisa, who can play right back, right mid, and have enough speed and fitness to go as right wing if you need him. I will never, at this point, select Javian Brown over Tavon Gray. Javian Brown has not held down his position as a right back for all the opportunities he has gotten. So there is no way I'm going to select a player with the dimensions of a Gray. I'm going to omit selecting a player with the dimensions of a Gray to facilitate Javian Brown, who has not held down his singular position as a right back. The same, I will say, Liam Moore is very experienced. He has come back from injury. He's playing where he has just transferred to. So there is no way I will select a King over Liam Moore. Once Liam Moore is fit, and when I say fit, I mean match fit, he will be selected 10 times in my book over King. You do not have Pinnock to protect King, so you are doubling your liability in selecting King with an inexperienced defense line because Lowe cannot protect King. Lowe needs protection himself. So my back line for surety would be, of course, Bernard, Lowe. I will call Wells Harding. I will call Gray, Lambakisa, Bell, Leigh. And whether you call Latibodier for the back line or for the midfield, I will definitely call Latibodier.
All right, thank you. We are running out of space, even though we have a depleted squad. So I'm very sorry, people. Please do hit the like button. If we have 200 people here, please do subscribe as well, because we are trying to go to 10,000. We are off 600, so are less than 600 because I think the number is saying 500 and something. But whatever it is, just get the likes up and subscription up on the channel. Share it around. The pastor's views is the pastor's views, not my view, but he's a part of the platform. So he can say what he wants. I don't necessarily agree with him always. I never agreed with anything as well. Just a while ago, I just said King. I never said it to trigger the pastor half. I just asked about King because he was learning and he's getting exposure and stuff. And obviously, he was around the team when we had bigger, not bigger, but we had similar situations like that they put him in. You know, so that's why I said it. I never said it to start this war for no reason. All right. Thank you, Pastor, on the Javian Brown claim. Football Guru disagree with you, but you don't have the answer now, Pastor, because we want to go into the rest of the players them. So let me go to the forward players then, people, that we have. We have Leigh and Bailey. Leigh and Bailey would be on the list, right? Leigh and Bailey would be on the list at this point, right? Yep. In the forward line now, we have Mikel Antonio. He's fit, so Antonio goes back in. We don't know how fit he's going to be. Yeah, but he's fit now, so we can put him in. Antonio. And then after that, we have to put in Cephas, right? Because Cephas and Bobby Reid go in it, right, Jason?
Cephas,
yes.
Bobby
Reid going in. All right, and then after that now, how are we going to do Romario Williams? Remember, Romario Williams is not playing in the football, clearly, and they're going to be coming back the 10th of March. So Romario Williams get back a position because Jamal Lowe is injured too. Cadamarteri is injured, so they are not up for selection. So that dropped down the striker pool. So who are we? My boy is Stuart. Stuart just gone to our new club. He's not getting any game. Kaim Paris, he's not locking down a starting spot in a lower league. So would we still bring in Romario, Kaim Paris, or one of them to fill the spot? Because now we're running out of. We need players in the forward pool for real. Flemings. Devante Cole. So Devante Cole you're going with, alright.
I will call for Devante Campbell.
Devante Campbell as well? Alright, so Devante Campbell, before we had Devante Campbell in, Kaim Paris is playing at a higher level than Devante Campbell. I think he's performing decent. So if you're going to put in Devante Campbell in it, I think Kaim Paris have a shout, you know. You get me?
Before I call any of those players, though, JD, I would go with Tyler Roberts.
Roof is injured. Flemmo, go ahead, Jason.
No, I was just gonna say, what about the forgotten Campbell that's over in Serbia too? Norman Campbell.
Norman Campbell? You think that would be the right time to call him up?
I mean, his position have a little bit of stuff going on, so maybe, but you know, I think Cephas would be ahead of him.
Yes, but after Cephas, we don't have anybody else. Yeah.
Yes,
Norman Campbell can go one side. You get too much chance. Every time them call him to his side and get the chance and just go forward nine side and not look good. He never will have an impressive game for Jamaica. And every time there's a squad to be called up, everybody suggests him name. And every time him come in, him don't prove himself. Same thing with Kaim Paris as well. Kaim Paris is a baller with me personally, rate, but I don't think he has come into the squad and has done nothing significant. So if he already have a reputation not performing for Jamaica, so if there's a person that can come in that has not performed for Jamaica that can come in and at least give themselves a chance, then that's fine. But Norman Campbell is not it. Because I've never seen him play an impressive game for Jamaica.
So Jamaica go now.
Hold on. Before we go, because them try to attack me, them say Stuart playing first game. So me just say Stuart just make a transfer and now play. So if him just playing first game, that mean him never play? So if him playing first game, alright, him play so good in him first game, him put up on list. So people, the same people who say Stuart play, him play so good, him make the national team now? Or would you select him? So Dre, football guru, can you say a lie me tell? Would you select him? Based on we now having no player, are you going to put you're going to put Stuart? Remember Stuart is up. You know what I don't like about Jamaica space, Jason Guna and others. And me advocate for say me will pick even a Stuart over Whisper, you know. I know true me gonna bring out say the man could make it a salary in it, it's like me just become a bad-minded hater. Oh, that makes sense. You know, brother, when you stop the man, reason with logics, who don't want the man in the team, who don't see him good enough after the one game, and I did salary in it and fight against him, or you see say him need more game time. Football guru, answer the part there. Football guru, answer the part there. You see him play. Is he good enough to make the second position because nobody else not there? It was his club's first game since he transferred JD. Talk facts and stop downgrade the player. Oh my God! You know, football guru, me not gonna answer no more comment them because me not gonna argue them. Yeah, that's let me leave you. Let me leave, man.
JD.
Oh my.
Would it be fair though, JD, to be looking at other players with Romario Williams, the work he has done? Would it be fair to bypass it? All of the players that Jamaican Guna would have called, the Kaim Paris, the Stewart, all of them, I believe in my mind, fall behind Romario Williams and Tyler Roberts. But these are players.
Pastor, don't go for Tyler. You can't. Pastor. The Romario Williams, we agree with you. We agree with the Romario Williams. We agree with you. But the Tyler Roberts, me not agree with you. Say them fall behind them.
Tyler reach. Yeah, Tyler cannot reach there.
Here is why I would say Tyler Roberts reach above them. Tyler Roberts has played for the U20s and done well. If every opportunity that he has gotten to represent Jamaica, he has done what was required of him. And he's playing. These guys are not first team players where they are, and they have been there for a while. So that is why I would put him above them. And the fact that when they have played for Jamaica,
Pastor Roberts just went down in the leagues. He was not a starter, and then they brought him back, and he's going to go back in the Prem too. So that the argument is kind of flawed because these guys are playing at professional levels. Obviously, the Prem 2 is high, but I think you're putting too much pressure on the young kid at this point. I would say that agree with you, the Omari Williams, but when we brought him in for Jamaica, he did his damn job even more than other people that are professional. So I agree with the Omari Williams, but the next take I won't agree with it, to be honest. I don't say the kid don't have the talent here because I rate him highly, you know, I rate him highly, and I do think he's gonna improve and surprise a lot of Jamaicans. But I don't think he's there yet ahead of the other guys.
I would bring him Romaro Williams 100 times more than my boy over in a Salernitana with the Serbian. 100 times more than him. Because Romaro Williams forward up on the bench and caused problems the last couple of games.
Alright, so Romario Williams make the list. So Romario Williams on the list.
Any of you men for your opinion. My opinion stands as it is. So
Alright, Paul.
No problem.
Yes, go ahead, Jason. What is it?
I was just gonna say Antonio, Cole, and Romario, I think would be the first three as a centre forward that I would have. And then based on how we make up the rest of it, we'll see if we have space for a fourth centre forward.
We have 10 players. Jason, we have 10 players.
If it's coming as a wing forward or a forward or just coming as a forward period.
Jason, we have 11, 23 players we have already here.
So Romario
made the 23. That's why you hear man argue and fight for their players. So this are the 23 we have, you know. So if you think of a next person, a man say, "Oh, about Corey Burke." We heard that Corey Burke was injured, and a man said that is not true. So we don't know the situation of Corey Burke, but Corey Burke could have added to it as well.
He said he's getting back 200. He's not quite there.
So he's injured then, and he's recovering from injury.
Yeah, he's in preseason, but you know he's not really.
I don't can't call him overseas
games.
No, guys, let me just people just coming in because Charlie says Nicholson injured. Let me just clear it up what it's all about. We are just making up a best 23 now that we cannot have. We have several players out by suspension and also injury. Shamar Nicholson would be one of the ones on suspension. Demarai Gray would have been one of the ones on suspension. Now we know that Ethan Pinnock is out for the whole time, so he's out. We have Big Ek, they said he's injured. Then we have DJ, they said he's injured. Russell, we don't know the length of those injuries. You know, maybe they are way lesser than Pinnock, but we are doing a weekly update. So with that said, we have to exclude those guys and then try to find other people to see how difficult it would be to make the 23. So that's why you don't see the Demarai Gray, the Pinnock. Yeah.
Colin Quest make a good point, you know, because in the 23.
Colin Quest make a good point. Colin Quest.
I think it is. I think it is because him say Gray and Boza need space because them going to be.
Oh God! So that means you have to take off 2 more man after this.
That's a good point.
No, we are bringing 25 players. 25 players you are bringing, and we are rotate the 25. There is no way me are going to United States game with 21 players and 18 players and 3 goalkeepers. Really, Jason?
Competition.
Yeah, no, you can bring. The rules say we can't. The rules say we can't bring two players like a substitute. That's what they said.
I'm wondering if you have to submit a 23 for the window. I don't know.
I saw something like that on Twitter. Because United States had a problem with strikers. They fill the roster and they're saying that they only can bring 1 forward to make 23. So I want somebody to concretely, if it's 23 and nobody else can come.
You have to call them to the window. 2 games.
And you can rotate them. You can rotate them right. You can rotate them right. If you pick 25 right. Football guru, find that out because that's what the Americans were saying, that is 23. Once they make the 23 man list, if it's not injuries, they can't change out.
No, them can't. You have to call them, man. You have to call them.
That is my job. That is my job to figure it out. That is my job to figure it out. If we can make. So that means it's even worse than Jason. If we only can play 23,
we need to be picking a 21.
A 21 man, I have to pick, man. Gray and Boza got them. And them still,
Wow.
even if we don't go to the finals, them still have to play the
So
turn
that
up.
means 18 field player for the first game. Okay, well, not
So
ideal, but
that is even worse, people. People, before let me go and research it. Let me come
let's
back.
research that.
Yeah. But let me not jump to it because that would be sorrow. And I know they will try it with Concacaf, you know. They will try to change that rule, you know, to make sure
Well,
we can't feel it. God
I know
damn.
for the Gold Cup, they let you do like a 27 or 30, and then when the knockout round come, you change. But because it's only 2 games, I don't know if they'll have that type of thing for just these 2 games.
Guru said that 23. The squad is 23. No. One second, Jason. And what we're trying to figure out if we can't name 25 people, carry them, and then swap them out. Because what we want when we're facing United States, we have 23 players to pick from. But because remember, Nicholson and Gray would have been available for whatever game, if it's the third place game or the finals. So that's what we're trying. We know they can't play the semi-finals, but could they not be on the list without to make up the 25 and then come in after?
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to figure out. If it's just 23 we have to name, and then we can't change anybody. If injuries come, I just saw it go.
I am under the impression that like USA on the semi-final against us, they will have 22 men on the roster for that game, and Dest will be suspended. And then if whatever happens, whether it's third place or final for them, they'll have the 23 back. So I feel like that's how it will be, JD. But as you said,
that will be worse. That will be worse. But I will not be in favor of Jamaica.
From US broadcast, and basically what they're saying is 23 man. It's a 23-man squad.
Yes,
So
that's what I heard them saying.
Players.
Okay, and then nobody else can come on the list unless they are injured. Unless it's legitimate injuries. That's how it goes.
Yes.
Right. You can't
don't submit them
replace.
at all. You don't submit them at all. If they're not going to play, you don't submit them. But you have to submit 23 players. Same like how when teams that submit them Champions League squad, them submit 25 players. And those are the only players. Even though you're registered for the side, you can play in our Premier League, you can't play in our Champions League.
Okay. So it looks like a 23 max people. So it looks like we're gonna have 21 players. So as people put it in the Guru said they can be on the list of 23 and can't change. We will have 7 sub for the first game. So at 21 players we have to be working on then people. So it just gets even worse.
We have to chop off.
Because we have to bring the next one the next 2 guys which is Gray and Shamar Nicholson for the next game. So we only have 21 players to choose from then. So that means we have to take off 2 man off this list and then put we're gonna put in Nicholson. We're gonna take off 2 man off this list to make 21. Alright? Yes, because that's what we would have to work with.
All right, so we're getting a striker and a wing forward into the list. So who is in those roles now in this 23? We have
boy. And then we know that we have to have 3 keepers. We know we can't take out the keepers. So we have to take out Romari. They said take out Romario Williams. So take out Romario Williams.
Paul and Romario to come out, yeah.
So we'll take out Romario Williams. Damn, and the man play good for Jamaica, but he have to come out. Somebody have to come out. And then who else we're gonna take out? We're gonna take out Arden. Where's Arden?
So you would take out a defender to make.
No, but we know that more like where's Arden would be the one not being there.
It's
because
the realistic one.
Yes.
Yeah,
so where's Arden would be the realistic one not being there. Alright, so we have a 21. Yeah, Juras, we know that they must be in the team. But it only goes down to 21. Alright? So we have the 21 players now. This is what we have to work with then, guys. We're going to maximize it.
So Drew Rasta say you can switch them after the USA game. After everybody tell you otherwise.
No, man. Drew Rasta said so. What him say? Him said great.
Switch players after the USA game. Him just type it.
No, we can't switch the player. Everybody said that the rule. That's the way America says the rule. I don't know if it's because they want to push the Jamaican under pressure, but them said that the rule. And we are going to research it. We're going to research it. They did that against Canada? No. I think everybody made the list. Because remember we had my boy. No, remember saying Amari'i Bell was on the roster, but he got removed, and they put other players in space of those guys. They put other players for them, so it was a little bit different, I think. But Juras, listen, man, I don't want the confusion, Big Boss. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go and research to make sure I come back with the argument. All right, so it's between either we can get 25 or we can get 21. All right, yes. So 25 with me, we carry the extra 2, and then we max out our 23. All right, yes. But so far, this is what we have, Juras. And I don't think the next two players will make us significantly stronger. So 4-4-2 we work with. Let me go with what we have. So who we are start with now? We have to pick the starting. We only can go 3 hours, guys. I've already passed 2 hours, which is my time to tell me that I don't sleep on YouTube. So I only have 1 more hour of my sleeping time. All right, Bailey is not on the bench. Revolution. It was the system pick the players them like this. God damn! I have never put Bailey on the bench. We are just gonna pick the starting 11 now. Why you guys like to war, man? I have not done these things that you're blaming me for. You know, you guys are liars. I have not put Bailey on the bench.
Man, ready for cuss. Andre Blake in goal.
Andre Blake in goal. We can all agree to that, people. All right.
Yes.
All right. So Andre Blake in goal. Then let me check.
Bernard.
Jamaican Guna, what say you? Or you look at Andre Blake in goal and then pick a centre backs them so we can pick the team.
Yeah, man, Andre Blake are the first member on the team sheet, man. My lock in for the goal. So for this, then we have to just go somewhere else.
And then the centre backs them.
Centre of them are Low and Bernard.
All right, so Low and Bernard. So let me get Bernard on the field. All right, Low and Bernard. And then right and left back. Yes, I'm tired of them now, man. Them just make up stories and tell lies on me. Them say I blame Bailey on the bench. People, this is how the system designed. I never made the program. We just put in the names them. And now we are changing them to come to the final best 11. Mirak said, JD, you can submit a list of 30 players prior to the list round according to Article 10.3, the rules. All right, I'm gonna dig to it because remember the last time we had this Concacaf rules. GS Nana all the way to fight about the rules, and the rules was the weirdest one out of everybody. You know, so let me just go to search first, and we know it before we come back. We talk on it and act like it's conclusive. All right, yes, but thanks Mirak for that. We're going to search. In midfield now, let me work and put Bailey on the field because I don't want people to think that me fight against Bailey because it's a lie. Alright? Me have to defend Bailey the other day. Alright?
So Bell is a lock in for the left back or we're going to go with...
That's why I ask you. Bell, that's what I say. Jamaican gonna give me on the left and right back. You say Latibody here, Lembekisa it is. And who?
Amari and Dexter for me.
The wings done.
I would go with Bell. Yeah, I would go with Bell. Left back. Yep.
So Jamaican Guna seems like you have a different take. Who you want there?
No, I'm not going to show some things in my part in the JD. I'm just show some things in my part for conversation purpose.
Okay, okay.
Bell is playing at the higher level. Leigh had never really had a bad game for Jamaica. I'll just play good. So.
All right.
Which bad game Bell did have for Jamaica?
Me never tell us that Bell have a bad game for Jamaica.
Well, you point out, say Leigh never have a bad game.
No, but Jamaica, Jason, but it still carry the conversation because if both of them have good games, it carry a conversation. Say you can maybe choose between them. That's what me think you must say.
Bell is that he's playing at a higher level. Argument for
I would not fight with anybody who choose either of them. That's how I understood what Jamaica Guna said. I would not fight with anybody who choose either of them.
You see, una war for me not get Leigh and Bailey on the field fast enough. People may have tried to get Leigh and Bailey on the field.
The argument for Bell is that he's playing at a higher level. The argument for Leigh is that he's never had a bad game for Jamaica. So a man can say, boy, I never have a bad game for Jamaica. Why if you start him over Leigh? Over
yeah, me get that from when they said. Me get that from when they said.
And that is why I asked the question: what was the bad game Bell play for Jamaica? Because if one is at a higher level, right, and both of them not play a bad game for Jamaica, then it don't make the choice easy.
No,
Not
because
necessarily.
maybe one have physicality where you look certain skill set in a certain area where
You
you
want
look for it. So
physical
it come
farm
down
as
to
well.
what your plan look for. Yeah, and maybe farm because Bell had maybe 2 bad games in a row or maybe 2 bad games within the last 3. But Greg Lee's just coming back and he had 1 bad game out of the last 3, and that is in a lower league as well. So it can start an argument where me understand where Jason come from and me understand where Jamaican Guna come from. So people who decide who no want, make me hurry up and put Leigh and Bailey on the field before the pillar gang them war with me. Alright, yes.
So where you put Bailey? Where you put Bailey?
Jason, pick the midfield fast. So no pick the midfield fast. How the midfield are gonna go? Cause 4-4-2, 4-4-1-1 we know him gonna play because of that him play every game. Alright, so
Listen,
how it a go?
Lati Bodier. Anderson Lati Bodier.
Anderson Lati here. Jason, how you go for?
Let's see here. I will go for Chano Star. Midfielder, we man.
You have only people you have man when the man start, you man have a Lambert, you have Lati here, the man
Alright,
start already, so why you Kasey Palmer? Who you go for, Jason?
I go with Lati here and Lambert.
Lati and Lambert. Oh Lord, no.
Gold Cup midfield. Gold Cup.
Okay, so no Kasey Palmer. All right. So
no, me have a next place to put Kasey.
Oh no. Okay, so hold on there. No, you're not gonna put me in a trouble here. You see, me know. I go on here saying to people. You see, everybody will pick them finals as 3 players. Me I call out them names. So Jason, me I call out him name, cause everybody have to have balls. Cause me not take them eating for nobody here. All right, you can see what I go on here. All right. So anyways, in the middle, Jamaican go now. Go for in the middle, and then we bring you pasta.
My 3, Lati there.
No, a 2 you have to pick, you know. A 2 are going in midfield. A 2 always going in midfield. So no, you don't pick 3. Just pick the 2. We are going in midfield because we know Jesus and the 2. The Jesus and the 2 are going in midfield. Make sure that, like everybody sure right. So just pick the 2. No, man, 2 midfielder we use in every damn game, man. A 1 game alone, which not every game. We use 2. A 1 game we change when we already get bat against Mexico. We put 3 there and try Bobby Reid to work there and drop a man low. So 2 defensive midfield. Alright. Pastor, give yours fast so we can move on to the wingers them. So we can get the pillar man, the pillar boss on the screen.
Say Anderson and Lati.
I may first give my 1.
Alright, so Anderson and Lati. Alright.
I'm going for solidity 2, but I'm going for the speed of Anderson over Lambert.
Alright, so it look like you lose, Pastor, because the both of them go with Joel and Lambert.
I understand that.
Yes, so the wide areas now, the 2 wide players them, who we are going for in the 2 wide areas, Jason. We'll start with Jason first, you know. And these are the views of Jason Guna. And Jason Guna have a channel, people who need to go over there and support it. You can share it in the chat, Jason. So we can send people over there. Yeah. These are the views of Jason Guna in the channel. Go ahead, Jason. Mr. Revolution, is Jason talking, it's not me. So stop. Go ahead, Jason. When me not here. Let me see. Maybe he get disappear.
Oh,
Jason, go ahead.
Sorry. Me mute. Sorry. Left side Bobby Reid, right side Leigh and Bailey for me.
Okay. It's not so bad as what I thought it would be. Alright, so let me take out Cephas because me make sure send out all of the warnings and come not beating for nobody, you know. So him actually put Leigh and Bailey on team. Alright, Leigh and Bailey, alright, go ahead. Who else you know going for?
And then the I'll just finish out the top 2. So for me, I think we'll unlock the best out of this player if we play him behind a striker, and that is Kasey Palmer.
Alright, so Kasey Palmer in his role. So alright, so Jason, This is how Jason wants his team to look. Alright, fair enough. And remember, this is how we play now. Because Leigh and Bailey normally take out the position of Kasey Palmer. But because Leigh and Bailey is not the best defender, and they tend to just give him the role to be effective in the middle. Alright? Yes, so anyways, Pastor, go ahead, and then Jamaican Guna, go ahead.
I am selecting my 4 players as Jason only select 3. So I will add Cephas as the point man in my side. So it's going to be Reid on the left, Palmer in the middle, Bailey on the right, and Cephas as the man up front.
Oh, so Antonio go up on the bench.
Oh, the reason I am not putting Michael Antonio to start is I am still watching Michael Antonio. If Michael Antonio is fit, the second name on my team sheet is Michael Antonio after Andre Blake, the goalkeeper.
I am not taking off Bailey off the field, man, from Portland. You guys, I'm not doing it. All right. So Pastor said so he said Cephas would have gone over Michael Antonio. Have you ever seen Cephas play a leading line role? Have you ever seen Cephas play a role like where Shamar and Michael Antonio plays? Because I don't think he can play it, you know. I hear Jason talking about him, but I don't think he can play that role, you know. I actually don't think so. That lone striker and be as effective to link up plays. I don't think that is his skill set. Don't.
Here's my thing. Here's my support for it. I am putting my best attacking midfielder playing right behind the lone forward. If I'm going to put Cephas on the field, it is going to be ahead of my supply line. It is not a matter of his best position. It is the only position I can play him in a team when I have a consideration about my most valuable attacking player, which is Michael Antonio. If Michael Antonio, and I'm only selecting this 11 on today because Michael Antonio only have one match back. So that is my only argument for Cephas. Michael Antonio is my second player on my team sheet. I fit Michael Antonio. And when I say fit, I mean 85% match fit.
Okay, all right. So Jamaican Guna, and I have a scenario to ask you guys. I have a situation to ask you, and I know you guys are gonna act because when I say things, it naturally comes true. I wonder if I should say it. I'm not gonna say it, you know, because I don't want to get myself in trouble. You know, no, I'm not gonna say it. You know, go ahead, Jamaican Guna.
Right, so, yeah, my starting what did it be? 4?
Yeah, 4. The starting 4. Yeah.
It's gonna be Bailey, Bobby Reid, and Cephas on the left. Michael Antonio up front. I will have
Kasey Palmer, come on.
Bailey playing. I will have Bailey playing behind Antonio.
So you are Bailey playing where he plays majority of the games, then pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. He always tend to end up in the sub. And he doesn't do a lot of tracking back, so he doesn't help the defense. So I would play him in there. I think more solidity behind him.
I've not lost my balls. I sometimes I'm just trying to figure out what I can say, you know, because I just wanted to ask how the fan base would have received these things. All right, so since you know say me have banana balls, I'm gonna ask you a question. Then say I lose my balls. So listen well. With this situation that we have, we barely can pick 21 player. I'm going to ask the panel first, you know, and you know, don't hold it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Should I continue? Should I ask it? Panel, you want me to ask the question or not?
Well, I ask the question.
You're the host. Ask the question.
Me go to questions, man. Question make you answer, brother. Just ask the question.
All right, so
all right.
Me I ask a question. Me I put you on a spot and have answer. If uno are the overall powerhouse for the overall selection, and a player, me have balls. When stop talking about banana balls. and a player, because I just want to ask, you know, we have the situation now. We barely have players. And a player giving trouble, and we have problems then. Would we enforce the rule to ban a player at this point when he would be one of the only available player that has quality to add to this squad? Or we would have upheld the rule, or we would just say, all right, then we are make it slide for now, but after that we are going to enforce the rule. But I just want to hear how people look at that. Only I look at it because a lot of people say that rules, you know.
Is this player an important player?
Of course.
Is this player potential starter?
Yes.
Then I make it slide and then deal with it after Nations League.
All right. Jason Guna.
Look, I think crazy circumstances we lead if you have to break rules from time to time. So there is a scenario where if you make a rule and the rule will prevent you from getting somebody in the team that can help, to do away with the damn rule and put the best team on the field. That's how me see it still.
Okay, so you know on the principle of setting a standard that people can abide by the rule for the future. I
like the idea of a principle, but at the same time, it can't be to the detriment of getting success either.
Okay. People, me never tell, you stop. You know, yes, I never want to bring it up in a Jamaican corner. Cause you see, true people always know, me always say some things, and it come out. Them I say, okay, I know something. Why me I say that? Me don't ask me how. Me never say nothing. Pastor, go ahead, Pastor. Let me hear what Naga say. Somebody say we need to have standards. So people disagree. Some people say anybody if you come out and we shut it down. And some people say no, we don't go by with a rule. So go ahead, Pastor. We're gonna have the discussion after Pastor finishes.
I would uphold the rule of maintaining discipline. However, there are ways to achieve both. There is such a thing as a discretion of an officer or a leader. And so you must deal with the situation, and in so doing, you point out to the athlete or the person who has broken the rule, you went wrong. And this is the result of your action. These are the possibilities. I want you to know that your actions could lead to the fullest extent. However, in the interest of both you and the team, which is bigger than you, we are going to go with the lesser punishment. And so, we will put you on a probation. So we will observe you for this period to see if we will need to revisit the punitive damage that your behavior has caused. So I would not let it slide because I want to put the best player on the field. However, I would not, in this dire state, go as far as to execute the fullest extent of the law. I am finished.
Okay, thank you. Porter says you will be surprised when the squad is picked and two potential players who are strikers with passport get selected. I will say, please stop panicking. Jamaica will have a potent attacking lineup. Yeah, but Mr. Porter, we already said Cadamarteri and those guys are injured, so maybe you never check that one as well. So even if he's gonna come, he's having a knee injury, and I've checked on it as well. So that's one of the potential young kids through. But Devon Porter, we are asking a question because of different things. I'm just asking to see how people would react to certain things. And sometimes it's good to get the answer, because I had answered it as well, you know, and I came to the same conclusion as most, you know. But at the same time, we claim to say we want principle. We want principle, but yet still every one of us in the chat jump to say that we have to skip principle this time, you know. And we bring up a calculator and we meter. You get me? So Mr. Jason, principlematic man. Me surprised as what Jura said. You start pulling out the calculator because even though I chose the side of what you said, still I was surprised that most of you guys chose the side that I chose.
No, but you have to put like my comments, like I said, in like looking at it at face value, the principle and having a principle of selection makes perfect sense. All I'm saying is you can never predict all the circumstances around when a squad is to be selected. So when you have this principle in place, it's just like I would make the analogy to the quota system for the youth team. The man said there's a certain number of players. But in the event that the coach want more, them can get more. It's same thing with this principle. We would want to have a principle where people have to be playing. That is a great principle. I agree with that principle. But if we are looking at the team and we can't figure out where players gonna go and who we have where, and there's players that we think have the quality to be in the team and others do as well, then put them in the damn team.
All right. I like it. That's people. All I'm saying is, boy, oh boy, I can tell you one thing I know. Decisions and situations with the Jamaica football will not stop, because remember we are starting from a point of we never really have no order, we really have no quality of the heights and stuff, and we have become a big team. So a lot of things have been enforced. For the Reggae Girls, you saw what happened with the Reggae Girls. Clearly because, so there's a lot of things happening at this point, and it just look like
learn from that.
Yeah. No, Travis, man, a prophet. Travis, I'm not a prophet. I know someone would have come with that, I know you'd have come with that, Yeah, go ahead, Bossy, go ahead.
Germany used to have a rule on their books that in order to qualify to play for Germany, your grandfather have to be German. They had some players such as Kadira, Erzil, all of them players, with them grandparents, them never born in Germany. Them grandparents born in Turkey and North Africa. The man them changed the rules, the government rules, the country rules.
Yes, I know about it. I know about it. I know about it, but Jamaica go, we're not talking about them rules there of ethnicity and stuff. We are talking behavior, like if you set a rule and people be extremely them way and not cause problems.
I'm just saying that those were rules that existed for hundreds of years.
Okay.
Germany said you can't play to the side unless your grandfather or a grandparent is a German. And they changed their rules because they wanted to include certain players.
All right.
That they're going against something that has existed for hundreds of years.
Okay, so you're saying whatever it is. So you're saying whatever it is, we just look over it and just try to fix it for next year.
About the principle that no, I'm not saying whatever it is. I never use those words. I said
I never said you do. I'm trying to figure out what you said. No, I was just trying to figure out what you meant. You meant, in other words. Sorry.
Yeah, and I'm trying to assist you with that. I'm saying there are rules that exist, and principles that exist, but there are always occasions sometimes when you have to either as Pastor said, have a probationary period there, or you wait. Brazil did it as well. They had disciplinary actions for some of their players, and they waited until after the competition done, then them slap them with it.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Yeah, because you guys remember we are the fan base, so we can give our opinion on certain things as well. So I'm glad that people gave their take. Jura said we must have standards, so he wants to put down the high end law. It doesn't matter what game is there. We have to take if a man disrespect, we have to punish them. So but majority of the people go with the side of we have to put the best player up on the field, and then we sort out the problem after. So clearly people don't want the Reggae Girls 2.0 go down again, Yeah.
We can do both things at the same time.
All right.
We can achieve both things at the same time.
All right. I'm glad we get the answer still, I'm just thinking out loud, but I will leave that there. But I'm just hoping that no problems arise with the 21 players, Yeah, I'm just hoping. I know that I'm not a prophet, Travis. I'm not a prophet. I'm just hoping that we don't have any problem. And people don't say nothing, don't ask me nothing. I am done. so guys, this is our 11 on the field, and we have the bench players. Them. Oh, you think we look against United States? Oh, you think we look against United States? Jamaica and Ghana. Then Jason come in, and then Pastor come in, and we'll close off the show. But hit the like button, people.
Yeah, go ahead, JD.
But hit the like button to get us to 200, share and subscribe. We have not reached 4,000, near me 9,420 as yet. I knew it was the overseas. I knew it was the overseas people carrying my channel when I reached 20,100 the last time, you know. Because my next overseas channel killing the local Jamaican channel. Alright? Go ahead, Jamaican Guna. Roy Dickinson said, I heard Macy Greenwood is committed to play for Jamaica, but he misses his appointment at the consulate. Who telling you these things, Roy Dickinson? I saw videos, people saying that they know for a fact and all of those stuff. So, people, if the Jamaica Federation never come out and tell you that, or we not come out and tell you, but me can't tell you, because every time I tell you where it come from, and you can trust me because I'm here for the longest time. So if I know one of the bigger YouTuber them come and tell you that, me not really had a jump for say a true or a lie. I don't know, you know. Yes, because majority of bigger YouTubers have connection to either players or the federation, so they can get direct information. You understand me? But where I saw information like that was from other people just coming up, and I don't want to say they are lying because I don't know. But I can't take your information as factual because I don't know. That's where I will leave it. Alright? Yes, but I will try and research, and if I can get the information, because maybe they have the information too, you know, as well, people. And it's valid, you know, but it's just not privy to me, or I never had the time to go and look it up. So I don't know. So ask the persons them that's bringing it out if they can give you a written proof that it's true, all right? Or tell you where they're getting the source it's from, because I never had the time to really dig into it, you know. And anybody can bring information, so I'm not pushing down anybody, but I'm just saying I would kind of more jump to take it on when it's a bigger YouTubers then, because I know that they have connection with the JFF and all sort of something, or maybe Devon Porter who contacted them and stuff. So that's why. So I don't know how to take it, but I heard the same thing as well. Go ahead, Jamaican Gona.
Yeah, I think this is a formidable squad. I think we can give them some problems with this squad, especially being that we're starting so defensive. You know, we're struggling with a ball playing midfielder. That is where I think one of our biggest problems is. But we have to the best option for us, I think, is to try and bully the American them. And hopefully Michael Antonio can start and do that. But in terms of where I think the US team will be dominant, I think it will be on the wings. And I think it will be in at the midfield. I think we can get at their forward. I think Michael Antonio can get at their back line. But with this squad, but I think when it comes to them, because we just can't look at Jamaican players like a one side out there play versus Cabo. We're talking about a lot of players playing at big clubs and doing well. You know, we are talking about Pulisic and the whole of them big baller there. You know what I mean? So we have Tyler Adams and, you know, the whole of them man. So the whole of them man, they go forward and come play, and we have to be aware of that. But with this squad, I think we can cause problems with this squad. But I assure you, Demarai Gray will be sorely missed when in the side, because he has been the spark that has caused major problems. They have to double up and triple up teaming. Now the responsibility in our attack and in terms of the flair rests on the shoulders squarely and the farm man, which is Bailey. And I hope that he can come up trumps this time around and do what he needs to do and push the team forward. Because we know them are double up on him. So, you know, he can probably take off some of the load up and let some more room for some of the players. But with this squad, I am really worried about the midfield, even with what we have available. So yeah, that's my biggest worry. The midfield is really a worry for me. And if Antonio is not fit, then the forward line comes into play as well as a big worry. But currently speaking, at this time, the midfield really look shaky like when Breeze blow punch.
All right, fair enough. Pastor, go ahead, and then we're going Jamaica and Jason gonna finish it off, and then we pretty much finish the show. Because when I looked at the I saw 130 likes, and that is unacceptable because I went over 2 hours, which is my sleeping time. I'm done after 2 hours. Yes, so it's not going to. This is the longest video I'm gonna do if it's not a watch along. All right. Yes. So go ahead, Pastor.
Yes. So I believe that from the players that we have called the starting 11 that we have put out there, that we have settled on, the thing is we should be competitive. The worries that I have will be whether or not we decide to fight for each other, meaning the 11 players. And if we achieve that, we can cause some hurt to the United States. We go in as a bigger underdog than we would have had we had all the players. But the reality is what it is. So, and we still have 2 more weeks to make adjustments. So I'm fairly comfortable with what we have been able to put out there in light of our situation. It is now 3 years that I have been saying this is the greatest opportunity for the once touted poster boy of Jamaica football to become the atlas of football, Jamaica football, like George Headley was of Jamaica's cricket, Jamaican West Indies cricket, and put in the performance that would deem him worthy of the poster boy label, carry the team on his performance, and beat the United States in the United States. He will not get a more grand opportunity to put himself in the historical halls of Jamaican football.
All right, Pastor. The man says stop put pressure on Leigh and Bailey. I when I play, I gotta get me give up, you know. But Pastor, don't say the show finished. Pastor, the show, Pastor, the show, Pastor, man, Pastor. Me have my food. I mean, see 200 likes for the video, so I'm not interested. Stay. Go ahead, Jamaican, Jason Guna. Oh my God, man. Oh Lord.
Yes. Yeah. So I think what this activity show today is that we have a couple of options we could turn to. I see people in the chat having some lively discussion. So maybe the pool, while we don't think it's as deep as some people would say, maybe it's not as shallow, it's not as bad, right? Because we were having trouble filling out the team and not getting people upset. So that's a good sign, right? But I think, we just have to watch the progress of the players that are close, Daniel Johnson's of the world. Big Heck, will he surface again? You never know. He could play next week. So this is something that we can revisit as we move along, as we get closer. If the match is on the 21st, I believe we'll have to submit the listing by about the 1st of March to the clubs. Is that, am I right in that time?
No, around the 10th. Around the 10th, around 10 days before.
Possible date is the 7th. The latest possible date is the 7th.
Okay, well, I will put the 10th. Put it the 10th, so we don't know. We don't know. Put it 10th.
Somewhere around there. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we have a couple more weeks to analyze and see if players can get back, and we can see if it can be even stronger. So, look, I think I won't go as far as Devon Porter to say, boy, we don't need to worry. But I also don't think we need to be, getting out of shape either. Let's see how the next couple of weeks play out. Maybe some more players surface, as I say, and they're back fit, and the team can get a little stronger as well. So, let's just keep watching the news and seeing what's going on, and let's take the news from the clubs and the players' representatives, and not so much listen to everything, right? Let's do our own research as a fan base and try to.
Then how we actually help on Jason? How we actually help on our people? Yeah. Because somebody I try to start cussing soon.
Anybody who think me I throw word after them,
yes.
Be that way. That is
fine. You are fighting big brother football guru or one of those man.
No. Yeah. I think football guru. I like the fact that he has an opinion that is very good, and he shares it. I don't believe that his opinion is always correct, but that is fine. He probably feel the same about me. But I will say, there's one thing that, since you bring up his name, I have to just say this. Football Guru, for you to say that Bobby Reid is being forced into the team as a left winger is the maddest comment, one of the maddest comments I've seen you make. Because if you look at Bobby Reid's transfer market profile, which is what most analysts and scouts would look at first and foremost, the man has literally every single position on the field mark off except centre back and goalkeeper. So you don't have to force him anywhere. You can go, you just put him somewhere and him play. So that is just not true. But
anyway, I will never answer that because I don't want to start any fights. But continue, Mr. Jason.
Yeah. So that was it basically. Let's just keep watching. Let's keep getting the information and the news, and let's not run with everything that we hear and do our own research. And I think that, as Devon Porter said, we probably won't worry as much if we do our own research. Okay?
But everything on this show was researched, and it's on one second. Pastor, one second. Pastor, let me speak now, please. Everything on my show, I've been on the screen. So
absolutely.
Once we talk on it, we are putting it on the screen so you know that it's not it's coming from. It's coming from directly the source that owns the players them. Not here what we think, and them own the players them. All right, and we'll always stick from that standpoint. Yes, continue, Pastor. Just wanted to make it clear. Say everything that we put out here, you can go on the internet, check if the man them play the games them, the man them don't play. You can check the reports that came out on them via the clubs and everything. All right, go ahead, Pastor.
I was just saying, in your closing, please go through the list of 23 players that we settled on. That's all I was requesting.
Thank you, Sir Fast. All right, we'll do that and then we are out. This is what we have. The starting 11: Andre Blake, Damian Lowe, Bernard, Bell, Lembekisa, Joel Latibodier, Lambert, Bobby Reid, Leon Bailey, Kasey Palmer, Anthony, and both Kasey Palmer and Anthony just coming back from injury. Bell as well, just coming back from injury. So, you're always prone to an injury when you're coming back from injury. Just letting you know that. So 3 players out of our starting 11. We have to still watch them for over a period of time to know if they're staying up. We added Devante Cole, so he would be on the list. Cephas would be coming in as well. Cousins would be on the list because he's playing. So he would be a new one coming in. All right, Anderson, Greg, Leigh, Knight, Waite, and Javian Brown. So that is 21 because we have not concrete on how much we can truly pick for our overall bracket, and because we have 2 games and we're not going to go into any game trying to not put Demarai and Bowser in the lineup, but they are not eligible for this game. So most people said that they would have sacrificed 2 spots because at least those guys would have been available for the second one, and we weren't the favorites for United States game in the first place. So if we lose it, and a much a big deal. That's what I think people say. And he would get a better chance to win the next game. That's what me think people say still, but I could be wrong right there. Man, I have not benched Bailey. Bailey's on the field, and I am okay. I never picked any team. All right, yes. So people, we had a good conversation here. We will keep on keeping it posted. Yes. So we started the stream talking about the game. Cincinnati will be playing Cavaliers in Jamaica. You can link me on the socials about the ticket. Mr. Spade say he has 2 tickets for that one and 2 tickets for in Cincinnati as well. So if you're interested in it, you link up and I will try and get them for you. All right. Yes. Don't call me when you're at the gate because I will tell you that I can't help you, and I can't help you. All right, call me from now. Let me know from now that you want it. I can reach out to him, and I've said if it's for Jamaica, I will buy 2 extra tickets or so. Whatever the amount of people ask for it, we'll buy it and make you get it as well too. All right, so you can go and support a Jamaican team that has a possibility of winning billions of dollars. All right, yes, that's all I'm saying. Guru said Fleming starting at central forward for Vaz Dovac right now. All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hopefully he does well and put himself back into the books. Football Guru. All right, but at this point, I think Cadamarteri and those guys would be higher rated than him in my book still. But that's just me. All right. So thanks, Jason. Thanks, Pastor. Thanks, Jamaican Guna, for passing through. And people, we are out. So join us on the next one. Bye-bye.